Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2026. I am Toast. I have Cronus on my left. We are here for the top 8 to see who makes it to the main stage later on today.
Yeah, and we have some really cool competitors here. We have people that qualified through the online qualifiers here with very high scores. And then we also had the in-person qualifier yesterday, where we had our top 4 in-person qualifiers are now taking part in this top 8 to make it onto the grand finals on stage.
Yeah, and we had 48 competitors, 56 qualified, down to 48, down to the 4. That's what we had yesterday. And then at Hotfix last month, we had 11 people qualify for 4 spots. So the 4 from Hotfix plus the 4 from yesterday are what we have here. And it's been quite a ride. We've had so much Tetris, so much fun. And the fun even continued after the tournament, because what happened is we didn't just have the people from GDQ get seeded it and then, okay, here's your opponent. We had a draft.
Yeah, and the draft has some very juicy picks if we want to take a look.
Yeah. So what we had happen in the draft is the top 4 seeds from Hotfix were in order: Huff, Meme, DMJ, and Cole. In that order, they got to choose who they played. So with the first pick, Huff picked me. So I will be playing Huff in the next round of in the next wave of matches. Meme had the second pick, and Meme picked Arthur. Arthur, a local player, has a DAS max out, went to CTWC and Jonas Cup. Then you said there was intrigue. The third pick was DMJ. He got to choose between Glitch Cat and Rhubarb, and he picked Rhubarb.
Yeah, and that's incredible since Rhubarb, the other roller of this tournament, barely missed out on the qualifiers on online, getting 5th place for that. So also dominating the field in yesterday's bracket, winning first place by a landslide.
Yeah. I mean, once we got to top 4 and it was all determined, he went to DAS. But if Rhubarb was rolling, he would not have dropped a single game.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to mention that I did take a game away from him. We're not going to talk about how it was an early top out. We're just going to say I only lost 1-3.
Yeah, I mean, you took a round. That's impressive. So.
Yeah. Yep. But then that means Cole ends up playing Glitch Cat in the first round because Cole got whoever the other 3 did not take. They are getting warmed up. Let's take it on over to our match screen, where we have all of our players set. They're getting warmed up right now. At this point, it is still best of 5. They are going to be playing 18 starts for the duration of this tournament. And as a reminder, we have the level 39 super kill screen in play. The odds are good you're going to see that in the next 3 waves of matches and in the finals later on.
Yeah, it's going to be very intense here. You can see all of the high scores here. Just all max out players here. I think the only non-max out player is you, Toast, for this top 8.
Yep, I am representing the sub max out cup and the TNP crew here. Everybody has a max out. Glitch Cats is just in their Kingsman style as a 999,000. Although I am told Glitch Cat does have it recorded, unlike Kingsman. So once I'm able to get a look at that score, we can update that actual number in our database as opposed to just indicating that it is a max out. But Glitch Cat is kind of the story of the top 4 from yesterday. Glitch Cat came in. I remember talking to them earlier on. They're like, I'm kind of rusty. I don't expect to do much. And then Glitch Cat just put on his plot armor Thursday.
Yeah, just super impressive play. I think to make it in, he had to play some really sick matches. I think his last set of matches was against Finger Quickness, my guess.
Okay, so we're working our way backwards in the bracket from yesterday, which, by the way, we can put up on the screen. Let's take a look at that while the players are finishing their warm-ups. You had Glitch Cat, who ended up playing Kip Toke in the second round, then went on to play 7th Ace, who is a newcomer to Tetris, but is a roller already with a nearly half max. Then it was a old school rematch of, I believe, AGDQ 2019. I don't remember for sure, but it was Glitch Cat and Zarnax. And then Glitch Cat went up against Rhubarb.
Ah, I see, yeah.
So that was Glitch Cat's journey. As far as Rhubarb's journey into this first top 8 matchup, he played Raikou Rider and Guy Next Door. Not in that order. Played Guy Next Door first, then played Raikou Rider, who PB'd on Tuesday. And then after that, he played you.
Yeah, he absolutely stomped me. I believe I topped out early in all three
Oh
matches, which
no.
is pretty rough. But I mean, yeah, against that caliber of player, you have to sometimes take risks.
Yeah, and then after that, Rhubarb played Glitch Cat, and then he played me in the finals. And from there, that is how Rhubarb and that is how Glitch Cat made the top four. With respect to the others, DMJ and Cole, they qualified at Hotfix. They both scored in a 90-minute session over 34 points. And
Yeah.
that means they were hitting max outs like it was their day job.
Yeah, and considering that Rhubarb is the only other player in the qualifiers for the in-person tournament to hit a max out, and getting 20 points in that 1 hour time slot
Yeah.
is like, yeah,
Now,
that's a tough
now,
opponent.
oddly enough, when you extrapolate it, that's worse than his hotfix qualifier.
Yeah.
Because his hotfix qualifier, it was 90 minutes, 33 points. If you shortened it to an hour, which we had at GDQ, he would have gotten 22 points. So, but you know, I don't think Rhubarb really cared because the fact that he got points in qualifiers meant he was the one seed.
Yeah.
All right.
And I mean, there's also the factor of this is in-person tournaments. I
Mhm.
believe in the online qualifiers, people were playing at the comfort of their own home for their home setups and stuff.
Yes, they were. They got to sit at home where they're comfy. They have their setup. They have their console just the way they like it. They got the temperature just the way they like it.
Mhm.
In person, a lot of those variables are not in your control, so that could change things.
Yeah, competition is very different than more slow, or not slow, but in person is way different
Yeah,
than just at home where you're very comfortable with
yeah,
your play.
yeah. But at this point, we're going to ask the players to generate a seed and get themselves to the ready screen. So go ahead and wrap your warm ups up, players, and get yourself situated. As they're getting ready, we'll let people know that our sessions today, we are at about almost 11:30 now, so we're going to get our first round done, then the second round of top 8, then the semifinals. After that, there's going to be an intermission, and around, as of right now, about 5:15 local time is when the finals will be, and that's going to be on the main stage here at the third floor of the Hilton downtown in Minneapolis.
And I can't wait to see that. I believe a lot of people here at SGDQ are looking forward to this matchup. So it's going to be very sick to see live on stage.
Yeah. So right now, players are putting the seed in and making sure that they get the same piece sets. And also, because we have rollers here that can do it, we're also making sure they have the super kill screen enabled. And that super kill screen means that after 100 lines of level 29 play, when they get to level 39, it gets twice as fast as that. So instead of dropping 1 frame per row, it's 1 frame per 2 rows.
Yeah, and like just watching these rollers play is absurd. Like I can't imagine playing even on level 19. It's like way too much for everyone.
Yeah. And and it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to see, but I think our players are just about ready. So let's go ahead and get it. See if we got a thumbs up from everybody. Are we all good to go? Okay. Hey, it is time to begin the SGDQ top 8. Let's count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Oh,
Oh, that's all right. We'll
I'll
go
start
ahead
at the
and
bottom.
we're gonna go ahead and let the bottom one restart. Glitchcat did choose he accidentally chose level 8.
Yep, very easy to do.
Yep. But we're gonna let them start again, and we're gonna also do a refresh of the screen because for some reason DMJ's capture is not showing up. Actually, can we have both matches top out? Can we have both matches top out? We're having a little technical issue here that wasn't showing up before.
Yeah,
So
so that one was the new CRT as
okay,
well.
so give me just a moment here to. We have technical difficulties. Everybody, please stand by. All right, we're gonna try this again. As you know, it would not be a Tetris tournament without a little bit of technical difficulty. But I believe we're all good to go. We got the calibration good. Glitch Cat tried to do the level 8 start glitch and it didn't work. But we'll let the players get to the ready screen and get themselves started. So yeah, okay. Looks like top match ready. Looks like Cole and Glitch Cat are gonna making their way to the ready screen. And once they're good to go, we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Go back to the ready screen. Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead and count on the top. Apparently, yeah. Actually, just go ahead and top out. Yeah, because we had some calibration issues. Yeah. Yep. So that was a bonus warm up game. Okay.
Okay, I believe all our players are getting ready
Okay.
here.
Looks like Looks like seeds are good. Players are ready for real this time. Let's count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And the game is
DMJ.
it's doing this.
Still
Nope.
doing that.
DMJ on. Okay. Not again. You've got to be kidding me. Nope. Now it's showing up. Ignore what you're seeing on the screen for DMJ. Even though it says level 10, he is on level 18.
Yeah, colors are a bit messed up. It's showing wrong levels, but I think gameplay is
the gameplay is okay. It's just
it's bugged.
he's having
Still.
it might be the CRT having some issues. It might be Nestor's chance not having a good time. But what I can assure you of is that we are receiving everything from his console. All right. But let's get to know these matchups a little bit. The one that is intriguing on the left, it is Rhubarb versus DMJ. We've already made a note of the draft pick that made that happen. In terms of ELO, DMJ is an ever so slight favorite, 51% to 49%. It is practically a coin toss.
Yeah, and that's super close. I believe they're both right there in the rankings, right next to each other almost.
Yeah.
So that is one of the closest matchups you can possibly get.
Yeah, their ELO is only 7 points apart. It does not get much closer than that. Even at the highest levels of Tetris, where a lot of the players are relatively similar to each other in play. Yep. But also can mention a little bit of match history between them. DMJ and Rhubarb have played several times before. DMJ does lead the all-time series 4-1 in terms of matches, 12-4 when it comes to individual games. The last time these two met was at CTWC 2025 in the first round, where DMJ won 3-1.
Yeah, so DMJ picking Rhubarb probably because he has won in the past in tournament for that. So
yeah, maybe DMJ maybe knows. Hey, I've got Rhubarb's number, but I will, in full disclosure, I will mention that in the draft last night, everybody was shocked that DMJ did not pick Glitch Cat with the third pick. So we'll see how things play out here. Once again, little bit of jank here on the screen, but I can tell you DMJ has 228,000 points to Rhubarb's 267,000. So a lead of about 2 Tetrises for Rhubarb at the moment, as DMJ's screen is looking a little janky on our side, but we assure you the players can see exactly what is going on.
yeah, meanwhile at the bottom here, Cole with a 5 Tetris lead against Glitch Cat. So pretty commanding lead. Glitch Cat obviously the underdog in this matchup, but he has done really well all throughout this tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, Glitch Cat doing his best to hang in there. This is a DAS versus roll matchup. Glitch Cat, one of 3 DAS players remaining, and Glitch Cat, one of 2 DAS players remaining that still has a max out, trying to hold his own against Cole, who's got a bit of pace going on here. Cole is sitting at 342,000 with the toasters. Glitch Cat at 205,000. So this lead is about 6 Tetrises for Cole.
And Cole, with that 71% Tetris rate, is very, very strong. Does make a misdrop, so needs to kind of fix that stack a bit, so scoring will go down a bit,
Yeah.
giving time for Glitch Cat to potentially catch up here.
Yeah. Now the question is, I mean, with rolling, these players have the ability to stack to insane levels. They can practically go to the top of the screen on 18 speeds. So the question is, when a roller gets into a situation where they got to kind of dig their way out, are they going to just dig it down and play it safe, or are they going to go for dirty Tetrises? And more often than not, the answer is take that dirty Tetris.
Yeah, the ability to just play at the higher playfield is just super strong for efficiency. Just
Yeah.
makes it a lot easier to maneuver your pieces around at those higher speeds.
Yep, and we mentioned before that Rhubarb had a bit of a lead before, but DMJ has come back to take that lead, 441,000, make it 464 to 406,000. So now it's DMJ who's up by a couple of Tetrises.
Yeah, and both players, or actually all players, getting ready for the level 19 transition here. So,
Yep, that transition coming at 130 lines, the speeds get 50% faster, and Glitchcat having a really good clean stack over here, gently sloping from left to right. He is Tetris ready. Cole is also Tetris ready. Longbar shows up. They're both going to capitalize on it, but Cole still has that 5 Tetris advantage.
yeah, just super clean play from Cole.
Yep, really, really efficient. He's got 4 more Tetrises before the transition, make it 3. So it's going to be a transition probably in the mid 500,000s if he can maximize that efficiency. Meanwhile, up top, we've got DMJ, 560,000 points. I know you see on the screen, but he's got one more Tetris to get, but he's going to go into 19. And with that 560,000, Rhubarb at 466,000. So he's down by about 100,000 points.
And now all players at level 19. Let's see how Glitchcat fares at these speeds.
Yeah, this is where Cole's going to be able to probably get a little bit of separation. DAS players do they will probably play a little safer on 19. They are limited in what they can do. You can only get pieces so far over to the left when the stack is high. So Glitchcat's going to have a little luck on his side in terms of his ability to get the right pieces, and maybe a little luck on his side that Cole ends up in a dig situation.
Yeah. So looks like all the players managing this level 19 very well. Pretty clean stacks all around for everyone here.
Yep, and I know NTC is having a little trouble getting DMG's info to show up, but as it stands, Rhubarb 633,000, but DMJ now at 710,000 points. So this is a lead of almost 3 Tetrises that they're into level 22. DMJ is on pace for about a 1.05 million into kill screen.
And that is a very strong score. So Rhubarb's going to need to do a bit of catching up here in terms of pace.
But Rhubarb is clean. He's going to get a Tetris into level 24. He is at 699,000. Make it 729. DMJ at 805 points. DMJ leading all scorers right now, looking really good and on track to get a max out here before kill screen.
Yeah, and this is just so impressive to see. Just the pure efficiency of these players. Since these are very high scores, I believe the highest scores we have seen in this event so far.
Absolutely. I mean, Rhubarb, when he was rolling yesterday, was putting up some max outs, but Glitchcat has topped out, and Cole is going to be good to go for game number 1.
Yeah, and as we can see, Glitchcat posting a score of 424,000. That is a very strong score for a lot of the competitors here, but it is just not enough to compete against the power of rolling.
Absolutely. Rolling is it is what it is. It's a beast of a thing. But it looks like both players are ready for game number 2 on the bottom. So let's count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, and over on the top, I know you can't see it that well, but Rhubarb has taken the lead. He's up 930,000 to 910,000 for DMJ, and DMJ having to do a little bit of digging here on level 20. It looks like level 28.
Yeah, and we are reaching the super kill screen here.
Yep.
So let's see how our players fare as Rhubarb is the first one to transition over with a clean playfield.
And he's got a max out into kill screen. DMJ 958,000. So Rhubarb's up by about a Tetris and change here. They're both on kill screen, flinging pieces over left to right. DMJ is almost set up for a Tetris. He's going to have to burn, but he gets a Tetris. He's got the max out. A03 is the score. Rhubarb at A70. So this one is intense, and it is close on 29.
Yeah, we are getting to 1.1 million here.
But Rhubarb's board,
hangs the left side.
Yeah, he's gonna miss that 5 tap. So DMJ needs A87. A87 to take game number 1. So DMJ currently in a chase down here. I know you all can't really see his score, but we have it up on our side. DMJ now at A43. Once again, needs A87. So I believe
Tetris and change, I believe.
Yeah, it's a little more than a Tetris.
He's stacking a bit high here. He's not getting the right pieces.
Yeah, if he can,
needs to burn down a bit.
Yeah, he needs about 35,000 more points, which a Tetris at this level will give him, but this board is not cooperating. He's trying to get things burned down. Let's see if he can get out of this. He needs a 5 tap to the left. He doesn't get the 5 tap. Can he get the long bar? Can he get the long bar? He cannot get the long bar. DMJ is going to top out at A63, and Rhubarb survives the chase down and takes game number 1.
Yeah, what an intense match that we saw there. So Rhubarb, once again, 1,086,440 points.
Yeah.
And DMJ's, let's see, didn't record that exactly, but it was around 1,040,000, I believe.
It was 1,055,000, I believe. Okay. We can get the actual score later, I believe. But we'll let them go ahead, and it looks like in the heat of that kill screen battle, it looks like Glitchcat had an early top out at 97,000. So Cole is going to take game number 2 and goes up 2-0. So we'll let the players get to their next game.
We want to fix.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's get Cole and Glitchcat started, and then I will see if I can recalibrate over here. Okay, so I'll tell you what, Cole and Glitchcat appear to be ready. So we're going to count down that bottom matchup. So let's go ahead and begin game number 3 on the bottom. Once I refresh here, I want this one. So let's go ahead and count them down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, both players, Glitchcat and Cole here. Glitchcat needing to do a reverse sweep to stay in the tournament, but with Cole's play, it is going to be very difficult to do. So let's see if Glitchcat can potentially come back. It is very strong, the play here. Rolling is just one of the strongest play styles, being able to maneuver all your pieces super well. So see Cole with a very clean play field. Glitchcat needing to do some tucks. Does a very nice set of tucks there to get into a very clean board state here into a Tetris. So very nice play so far. And in these earlier stages on level 18, you can expect the play to continue on like that. Cole with a small hang of the S piece there should be able to clean it up very nicely here. Uses the T to play it out very nicely. And another Tetris for Glitchcat, now in the lead by just about a line. Cole 120,000 to Glitchcat's 99,000. Trading Tetrises back and forth there. Yeah, both players just still continuing to be very clean here. No mistakes so far for the board state, so no need for extra cleaning. So looks pretty solid on all ends. We're needing to block off the well here. going to get 2 eyepieces here to clean up the stack a bit. He's going to need to do a couple more burns to get Tetris ready once again. Same with Glitch Cat here, getting an O piece at an inopportune time, but should be able to clear on the right side there. Is building a little bit over the garbage hole, so we'll probably need some more pieces to burn down the stack as well. Meanwhile, Cole, once again, Tetris ready here. Just waiting for another long bar, gets one, and is now in a 2 Tetris lead here. So very strong play. Glitch Cat with another Tetris of his own, still maintaining pace against Cole. So pretty solid. Very nice adjustment from Glitch Cat there to get a good spot to put that O piece.
Okay, and good news. I think we have everything working again on DMJ's side. Once again, technical issues, they're the worst, aren't they?
Yeah. Like always with tournament management, like you just have those technical issues when you are doing the setups and stuff, and when players want to swap out some things, they can just mess up with the setups.
Yeah, and I mean NTC is very awesome, but sometimes it can be a little stubborn. Sometimes it doesn't play nice if you don't do things exactly the way you want. But I believe we have everything going here. So DMJ and Rhubarb are getting back to their stations. They're gonna get a quick one in. But once DMJ and Rhubarb are ready, we'll get them going on their game number 2. But on the bottom here, Cole with what you could almost say it looks like a T-spin factory of sorts. He had like a couple of T-spin setups there, but he's gonna dig it out. Glitch Cat meanwhile gonna get a column 9 Tetris, 309,000 to 406,000 for Glitch Cat against Cole here in game number 3. Okay, but it looks like our top match is good to go. So let's count down DMJ and Rhubarb in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, and we are off. And oh, that is looking beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, but what's not looking beautiful is Cole's board. Very awkward stack to look at here.
Yeah, he is not Tetris ready. He's got that gap in column 3 halfway up the board. So a long bar is only going to clear 3 lines. But again, he's a roller. He can dig out of this. This is fine, and not the dog in the burning room. This is fine. Like actually, this is fine.
Yeah. But this is Glitch Cat's chance to make some scoring back.
Yeah, he's only down by like 2.5 Tetrises here, and as long as Cole is digging, Glitch Cat is able to score points. And if he can get a couple of Tetrises before transition, I think that is just the recipe he needs to get back into his game 3 and try and extend this to maybe a game 4 or even a game 5.
Yeah, so we are getting close to the level 19 transition, just 10 lines away. So Cole would like to get an optimal playfield, but look at Glitch Cat's hang. That is a very tall spire in the middle.
Yeah.
Very hard to deal with as a DAS player.
Yeah. Now Glitch Cat didn't notice it because of his piece placements. He had an unintentional VIT set up there, but he tried to flip a L piece in, and now the board is just kind of falling apart for him. And Cole is, I mean, if Cole wanted to into 19, he could set up for a left well Tetris possibly, but Glitch Cat is just trying to survive, and it's so rough here, but he's still getting pieces over, but that transition is looming, and Glitch Cat is going to top out, so Cole is good for game number 3. Cole moves on to the next round. Congratulations to Glitch Cat for making the top 4 yesterday. I know even though he fell out to Cole here, Glitch Cat is very happy with how he did in this tournament. So shout outs to Glitch Cat for coming in, not just doing our tournament, he was also doing the Street Fighter tournament yesterday. So he was double fisting games.
Yeah, just super impressive play from Glitch Cat throughout the tournament. It is so nice to see other speedrunners here just take part in this tournament as well. Just people that are not having NES Tetris as their main game.
Yeah, I mean, you saw other players here, like as you said, Glitch Cat was playing, GT Ace played in the tournament. You've got other speedrunners here, other people that do games that are not Tetris that came out and had a good time. You also had a decent amount of modern Tetris players come out and say, I'm going to try this.
Yeah. So it is so cool to see a lot of players across disciplines just competing in one of the best tournaments around
Yeah,
here.
and actually, GT Ace may be joining on comms next round. He
Ooh.
is here, and I know he mentioned he is interested in doing some commentary. So you may get some speedrunner commentary coming up in the next set of top 8.
Yeah, but as for right now, let's continue watching Rhubarb versus DMJ here, as both players just neck and neck with each other. I believe DMJ 2 Tetris lead for now, but this is not too big of a gap.
No, I mean a 2 Tetris lead on level 18 is absolutely nothing. If we were talking about maybe like a 10 Tetris lead, that might mean something on 18. But with rolling and how far these players are able to advance into the deeper levels, a lead like this could be gone in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and especially with how higher levels you get higher score as well. So a Tetris on 18 is worth a lot less than a Tetris on, let's say, level 39.
Yeah, I mean on 18, your Tetrises are worth 22,800 points, but when you get to the kill screen, 36,000.
Yeah, so almost 1.5 times the amount, which is
Yeah.
very large.
Yeah, every level you go up in the game, the value of a Tetris increases by 1,200 points. So, I mean, 10 levels, you're going up 10,000 points. It really adds up. So, I mean, by the time you're getting to super kill screen, you're getting nearly 50,000 points of Tetris.
Yeah, but right now, pure 3 Tetris lead, as Rhubarb is also ahead in lines here.
Yeah, ever so slightly, nothing of significance. But DMJ had a nice impromptu vid setup. There's a last minute adjustment he made. He put the J piece upright, and that accommodated that long bar. He was able to tuck in that Vitz and try and maintain some efficiency.
Yeah, and it's so cool to see how these rollers just make their efficiency so high by doing all of these cool setups here. Like all these tucks or vid setups.
Yeah.
Like they're just so cool to see as well.
Yeah, and it's just impressed because a Vitz is a wildly aggressive move. You're basically turning your setup into needing 2 long bars, and it's a Vitz. In my experience, it's not something you can plan for. It's more of a if it happens, it happens. If you try to set up for one anticipating a long bar in the future, that's when the game decides. You know what? I'm going to drought you 30 pieces. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah. And that's why if you are a roller, you can kind of make it work a lot better because you are able to potentially just, if you don't have the right piece, you could just fling it all the way to the left.
Yeah. But we are nearing level 19. DMJ could get one more Tetris. Same with Rhubarb. They have one more left. They have a couple burns if they need them. DMJ is going to get that Tetris. He goes into 19 at 577,000. Rhubarb in at 525,000. DMJ has had 2 great transitions back to back. He was nearly 600 in game 1, nearly 600K in game 2.
Yeah, and that is just super impressive. Both max out pace right here at like level 26, would you say?
Well, if they can keep doing what they're doing, it's very possible. Rhubarb probably going to be a little closer to kill screen. I mean, DMJ with how he's doing right now, maybe we see it in level 25.
Ooh.
But that means he's gonna. But if he does that, that means he's going to have to really keep up what he's doing and not have to deal with many burns. And as you know, RNG likes to ruin a good max out if it can.
Yeah, and just watching these players play at level 19, considering how most players in the in-person tournament, like level 19 speeds are like impossible.
Yeah, with rolling, it does make it so much easier. Even DAS at 19 is tough. I know there are going to be some people in the chat that will say I'm wrong. I am not good at 19 on DAS. I am a 19, a self 19 tonight. I'm the self-loathing 19 player ever, but it is tough. Like if one thing goes wrong, your whole board falls apart with DAS. So you have to know your limitations and also keep your board and keep the board where it needs to be, and also have the pieces right. So there's just so much that has to align to have DAS go well on 19, and I don't quite have it all put together yet.
Yeah, and now both players 752,000 for Rhubarb and DMJ with 861,000,
Yeah,
about a 2.5 Tetris lead.
yeah, this could potentially be a level 26 max out for DMJ. Rhubarb still on track for maybe 27, 28, but it's going to be close.
Yeah, this is going to be super intense as we near the kill screen.
Yeah, DMJ needs maybe two Tetrises and change. I think it's a little less than three Tetrises to a max out from here. But DMJ, he's got that Pit of Doom set up, but he gets the long bar for a Tetris. And oh no, he wanted to set up that T piece inside that pit there, but now he's going to have to dig out. What a
Oh,
spin
that's a
tuck from
sick spin tuck.
DMJ! Holy balls, that's impressive.
Yeah, and that really cleans up the stack. So now just one long bar should be able to fix the stack. Ups for the J, and yeah, the stack is now back to clean. But look at Rhubarb now up pretty
no.
high here.
Yeah, I mean, this is still survivable on 19 speeds with rolling. So Rhubarb's just going to spend a little time in the burn unit over here, getting this board brought down. Meanwhile, DMJ, I believe this next Tetris will give him the max out he's been waiting for. Here is the Tetris. There is the max out, A05 for DMJ.
And looks like Rhubarb is able to make it down into a clean playfield once again.
Yep.
And is Tetris ready? Not quite max out pace before kill screen, but should be good if we can get the long bar, and gets it right after the drought.
Yep. But that square burst is not what Rhubarb wanted to see, because he's going to go into kill screen with the 980,000. DMJ is going to get the 1.1 into kill screen. B22 to 991 is the score. And now you see how fast the pieces are going. You see how quickly these players have to react. Rhubarb set up for a column 8 Tetris. Where is the long bar? He covers up the well. Can he get something going? He cannot. And Rhubarb tops out. DMJ is good with 1.14 million and has evened it up at one game apiece.
Yeah, and just both players now swapping back and forth in their games. So let's see what happens in game number 3 here.
Yep. What do you know? All of a sudden, NTC gets calibrated and DMJ pops off a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and move on to game number 3. It looks like players are getting the seed entered. They are all ready. So let's count down for game number 3. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, and in that second game, DMJ just really strong efficiency in the early game, so really helped him out there.
Yeah, if you're able to pace early on, especially at the lower levels, but it still applies at this part level of competition too. It's not so much that you're able to coast, but you start to play with confidence. You know that I'm having a good game. I'm getting the pieces I need. I'm getting the clears I need, and I'm efficient. You can start to play more confidently, maybe play a little more aggressively, and sometimes that can snowball in a good way, where just everything works out for you. And so you know what they say, everything's coming up Millhouse, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened for DMJ in game number 2.
Yeah, and just being comfortable because you have the lead, you can take a more laid back approach in the later mission or later levels where you can just cruise a little bit more and just check your opponent's pace to see if you need to turn it up a notch.
Yeah, and but I will mention a little cautionary tale about when the game's going right, and sometimes you get into a little too much of a flow stage. Something that Ronkley has said before in commentary is when you're having that great game, you can expect the pieces to be good, and you start building just thinking, hey, everything's going right. I'm going to get this piece, and sometimes you have to be cautious of maybe it doesn't show up, and if you aren't aware of that, things can start to snowball in a bad way really fast.
And as we can see here, Rhubarb not getting the right pieces to be Tetris ready for a little while here.
Well, he can get this center well in column 4. He just needs a long bar for it, but we're starting to see the beginnings of a drought here. It's 20 pieces. It's getting worse, but right when I say that, that's when the long bar shows up. He's going to get that column 4 Tetris, and Rhubarb remains committed to this center well for the time being, and he's gonna stay with it for a while.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the right side, DMJ did have a small misdrop, but is able to just keep the playfield clean for building up this small lead once again.
Yeah, now Rhubarb going for the Quaid strats here. He was in column 4. Now he's going to migrate that to a left well Tetris. And I think with that long bar dependency, he's going to try and set up and transition that well to the right side, which he is in the process of doing as we speak.
Yeah, just getting a little bit of awkward pieces, which is going to hurt his efficiency a bit, but is able to get back to a clean playfield.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do in columns 8 and 9 to get developed, but that as piece right there will work perfectly. He gets the Tetris 228K to 285K. Rhubarb with the slight deficit, 2.5 Tetrises. But both players, all things considered, looking really good. Rhubarb's on track for about a 500K transition. DMJ is on track for about a 570,000 into level 19, and he throws down another Tetris. DMJ is looking pretty good so far in game number 3. I mean, he's got over 300,000 points. He's got a clean board, so maybe feel a little momentum from that game 2 win, and we'll see if he can carry it into a victory in game 3.
Yeah, and just a very strong Tetris rate here, about 80%, which is pretty efficient.
Yeah, I mean for rollers, I would say it generally speaking, if their Tetris rate is under 80%, they're having an okay game. Like it's just okay, this is Tetris. But once it gets above 80%, then eyeballs start looking and you're thinking, okay, this is pretty solid.
Yeah. On the other hand, Rhubarb, 59% Tetris rate, so is a bit hurting on the efficiency due to the early game, but is now just building back up here.
He's got that clean board. He gets a Tetris, but all things considered, still fairly close. I mean, we're not in neck and neck territory, but Rhubarb's he's only trailing 3 Tetrises. That is an easily erasable deficit, especially given the longevity of games.
Yeah, just having a strong level 19 2 kill screen play can just change the tides.
Yep. And just like that, I mean, once in a while, Rhubarb's got to burn, but he's still getting the Tetrises, and he's still keeping this fairly close here. I mean, 4 Tetrises the deficit. DMJ's got a 500K, and he's doing it again. He's doing it again. We'll say the line, Mom, DMJ's pacing again.
Yeah. Rhubarb having to plug up the hole. There's a double dependency there, but is able to get both pieces. So
Yeah, man. What I mean, that's some good luck right there. Getting a pair of J pieces to fill both J dependencies, and then get rewarded with the Tetris on top of it. And we are nearing that level 19 transition. 4 more Tetrises for DMJ, 3 with the one he just got, and 4 more for Rhubarb as well.
yeah, 10 lines before transition here. It's both players trying to get Tetris ready for it. Rhubarb getting an O piece at the inopportune time there.
Yep, and DMJ with 1 more Tetris, he's going to go into 19 with over 600,000 points. He's waiting for this long bar. We're getting the beginnings of a drought here. It's 20 pieces. We'll see how long it goes. And, 3 things are certain: death, taxes, and getting a drought at the transition when you're on pace. And he gets the Tetris, he gets the long bar right as he covers up the well. He's
Ooh,
gonna
and
go
that
in
is a pretty high transition.
Yeah, 594K is the transition score, and now DMJ is getting square bursted at the absolute worst possible time for it, but he is getting burns, and he's going to try and keep this alive. It's going to allow Rhubarb to cut away at this lead because Rhubarb is clean, bypasses a Tetris. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, and DMJ should be able to get clean here with this clear and very nice Tetris.
Yep. So now 635,000, make it 661 with the Toasters. Rhubarb at 568K. They're on level 21. It's a 3 Tetris. Make it 4 Well, never mind. It's still a 3 Tetris advantage for DMJ.
Yeah, and both players with the clean play field. So let's see who is the one that needs to plug up the stack.
Yeah, both clean, both getting a Tetris into level 22 in the next handful of lines. We'll kind of give you an idea of how they're looking headed into kill screen here. DMJ is looking at a 1.08 if he can keep this up. Rhubarb is looking at just about a max out, like he's on the very cusp of a max out into kill screen. But we know Rhubarb can crank up the aggression. He seems to turn it on a little bit more when he gets to level 19.
Yeah, and meanwhile, DMJ did have a bad hang on the right side there. So we'll see if he can burn it down before the kill screen levels, but he should be able to.
Yeah, he's got a couple more burns to get, and if he gets a long bar, he can go for a dirty Tetris in column number 8. So we'll see if he gets droughted because this game has loved to troll our players a bit. making them wait for the long bar when they're most needing of it. And,
Yeah,
and you
and
can see
right
on
there,
you can
it's
see on DMJ's face,
20 lines
he's
of
like,
drought.
where the heck is this long bar? Why the heck are you not coming out?
Yeah, and it's very bad now, actually.
33 pieces on this drought. It's the longest one we've had so far today.
And gets the long bar, but can't use it to build down. Is going to need some more pieces to just dig down the stack properly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rhubarb is open and Tetris ready. He's got the right well open. DMJ is getting the burns, but Rhubarb has an opportunity to cut away at this lead before DMJ is running free. But guess what, folks? Another drought, 24 pieces and growing. But Rhubarb gets a Tetris out of it. DMJ, let's see if he can get one. He gets that dirty Tetris in column number 8. Rhubarb, 885K to 807,000. It is Rhubarb with the lead now.
Yeah, just the amount of garbage that DMJ had to burn through really hurt his efficiency and allowed Rhubarb to get back up now.
Yeah. So now Rhubarb's got a little bit of digging to do, but he's on level 28, so we'd like to get Tetris ready just like that. Throws one down, 966 to 912. Rhubarb with his next Tetris will get a max out, but he might have to wait until 29 to make it happen. 975 to 921 in the kill screen. We'll see who gets the max out first. Rhubarb, DMJ, neither is Tetris ready. Neither one can get more points faster, but Rhubarb is 10,000 away. Could maybe get it with a triple, but he would love to do just with a Tetris and save the suspense.
Yeah, and the scores are basically neck and neck now, less than a Tetris apart from each other. So this is anyone's game.
Yep, and Rhubarb burns into the max. So DMJ gets a Tetris to the max. So he has the lead now. So we may see this lead go very hot potato on the kill screen, back and forth, depending on whether these players can clean up their boards, get a Tetris. DMJ needs a 5-tap and a long bar. He's not going to get it.
Rhubarb just needs
A23 is the chase down score. Rhubarb needs A23.
one line.
That burn does it.
it.
Rhubarb takes game number 3 and leads 2 games to 1.
Yeah, that was such an intense game. Both players neck and neck with each other at the end. That was super sick to see Rhubarb taking game 3 with his clean level 19 play over there. Just building back from the 4 Tetrises down.
Yeah. Yep. I mean that hang that DMJ had really allowed Rhubarb to just slow and steady work his way back in, take the lead when it mattered the most. But looks like they're gonna take a little breather here very quickly.
Yeah, that was a very intense match. So I believe both players should be good to go here.
Yep. So we're ready for game number 4. Let's count them down. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So this is now match point for Rhubarb. If Rhubarb wins this game, he will go on to play the winner of Meme and Arthur. As we saw before, Cole already advanced to the next round. Cole will play the winner of Huff and Me.
Yeah, and that will be very cool to see.
I'm glad you all will be getting entertainment out of it, because it's going to be an experience for me, that's for sure.
And Rhubarb already early on here, just not getting the right pieces for his stack. I believe he had a small misdrop early that hurt his stack a bit,
Yeah.
but should be very fine here. These are rollers. They're able to play at these 18 speeds just super calmly. I believe they play like 18, how I play like level 9. It's so cool to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, some of the top rollers play level 29 better than players of my level play 18 or 19.
Yeah, it's so cool to see just their ability to do so. DMJ up a bit high here, just needs a long bar to burn down the stack, but is not getting it here.
Yep, but he's getting good burns. He's almost got the well open, and he had the long bar show up 1 piece to it. But guess what? He's going to get a dirty triple followed by a dirty Tetris. They both get a Tetris. But right now, DMJ, despite that situation, is still up by about a burned double, give or take, 102,000 to 108,000.
Yeah, both players just standard 18 play here.
Yeah, and right now, I'm Rhubarb would love to get some revenge, as DMJ did beat him at CTWC last year. DMJ also won at CTWC Illinois in 2024, beating him 3-0 in a sweep. So DMJ currently on a 2-match win streak against Rhubarb, and
Yeah, it does look like DMJ does have his number
Yeah.
in terms of the matchups. I believe in their past 5, he has won 4 of them.
Yeah, 4-1 all time, and Rhubarb's only take. This is the first time Rhubarb's taken more than a single game against DMJ in a match.
Yeah, that is very cool to see here. So will Rhubarb be able to pull out the upset here?
Yeah, if it happens, it would set up a some Minnesota madness potentially. Actually, it will set up Minnesota madness no matter what because Rhubarb would, if he wins, would play the winner of Meme versus Arthur, which means it would be a Minnesota versus Minnesota matchup in the top 4 because Meme is local and Arthur is also local and they play each other.
Yeah, that would be super sick to see.
Mhm.
And that would guarantee that we have a Minnesota local at the Minnesota SGDQ.
Hey, we are all about that here. Halfway to transition, DMJ's on track for 540,000. Rhubarb is on track for, we'll call it 490,000. So not quite a half max into 19. DMJ, we are used to seeing that head shake out of Mars, but we're getting it out of a roller here as the piece didn't go quite, the piece wasn't quite what he was wanting, and he'll have to just set up and make himself long bar dependent to try and clear out. But hey, guess what's not showing up? The long bar. We have a 30-piece drought here, and it's not showing any signs of stopping. And
Oh boy,
the
for
DMJ
all players here, just very brutal drought. 38 pieces, now
Oh my
40-piece drought.
the DMJ drought faces might be the new thing of the tournament
Ooh,
here. Oh my
Rhubarb with that
gosh.
tap over. That is so scary and is able to survive that. But can DMJ also survive? Also super high up.
Yep.
Needs something
He
over,
needs a
but
5
is
tap.
that
Is he
going to
going to get it?
do it?
He
He
gets the
gets
5
it,
tap, but
but
he
is
doesn't.
not
He
able
hangs
to
a
get
piece.
the other one.
So Rhubarb is in a chase down. Rhubarb needs 288,000 points to make it to the next round, and all DMJ can do is watch as Rhubarb just needs
Able to burn down.
yeah, he just needs
There
to
is a
line
small
up.
drought forming as well, but should be able to clean it up here. Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Few more line clears will do it.
Yeah, a triple would take care of it, but Rhubarb knows he has all the time. He has 30 lines of transition, so he could dish at singles if he wants to. But
Yeah, and he's open,
he
ready
wants
for a
he,
Tetris.
he wants to do it in style, but
But
he
gets
just
a triple,
you
and
know
that
what?
will be it.
Yeah.
Rhubarb will take it over DMJ.
3 games to 1. Rhubarb following the advice of Kiwi. Don't be a hero, take the triple squawk. And Rhubarb moving on to the next round where he will meet the winner of Meme and Arthur. Meanwhile, Cole, who beat Glitch Cat in 3 games, he will go on to play the winner of Huff and me. But we're going to take a little break here, let our next players get set up, and we will bring you the second portion of our top 8 very shortly.
Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to the second half of Top 8 on Friday for SGDQ's uh, NES Tetris tournament. So here we have GTA's joining me on commentary if you want to say hi.
I'm back, ready to spread more misinformation because apparently rhubarb was not rolling yesterday when versing toast.
Yeah, he was just flexing on the other competitors, showing that, yeah, I mean, even though he has the power of rolling, he is a very strong Tetris player, and with Das is able to just demolish the rest of the competition. And
Yep,
yeah,
but
is now in top 4 as well. So we'll
mhm.
see if he can make it to grand finals.
But
In
this
the
time I
next
asked to
part.
make sure what everyone's play style is, so we're good this time.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the matches here. So let's go to this screen here and bring up the profile cards for our players here. As we can see, I believe we have 2 rollers and 2 DAS players.
And it'll be very easy because the rollers are on the right of your screen and the dashes are on your left side of the screen.
Yeah, and this is going to be a battle of David and Goliath here. So both Toast and Arthur very unlikely to beat their opponents, which are Huff and Meme at seeds number 1 and 2. But we'll see what happens. I mean, Toast has been really killing it this event so far, and Arthur has played Meme in the past and has taken a game off of Meme. So
And I'm seeing that PB is a max out, so it's
yeah,
pretty
so
good for Das.
anything's possible. Who knows? You might get a random 3 top outs in a row just randomly from a player. Or could potentially just get like one of the strongest games of a DAS player. Maybe Toast could get a max out live. That would be sick in tournament.
I'm
Never
noticing
getting
a lot
max
of
out before.
noticing a lot of Minnesotians here, and then Michigan, which is just over there anyway. So everyone very local to the area.
Yeah, so it is highly likely we might have a Minnesota native here on stage for the grand finals. So,
Maybe even two. It's possible. We'll have to see.
yeah, so we are still waiting for players to get ready up. I believe everyone is just doing their final warm-ups here. So we'll just be waiting on everyone to give a thumbs up when they are ready. Yeah, and after all, Toast has been doing a lot of setup stuff behind the scenes, so I'm pretty sure he just wants to double check that everything is good on his
Yeah.
side. He's been just running around doing basically everything, so it's so cool to see.
He is
that
the
he's-
mastermind behind
Yeah.
all of this and has had no breaks at all. So big respect to Toast here for setting all of this up. And yeah, the finals are going to be on the main stage tonight in just a few hours here.
Yeah, and it's going to be one of these competitors that will be on stage.
That's
So
true.
it's going to be very sick to see. I know a lot of people here at SGDQ have been so excited for it. I mean, it is one of the biggest NES Tetris tournaments that has been here, like created ever. I believe it's like in the top 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Just with like competitor signups?
Yeah, I believe so for the qualifiers and stuff.
Wow.
And in person, it's just so sick to see just not only NES Tetris players just come out, fly out to play here, but also just people of other disciplines, like other speedrunners just coming in, wanting to play, see how it goes. And it looks like our players are all ready. So let's go ahead and give a countdown. So yeah, it looks all good and ready. So we are going to go ahead and give 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Get these. There we go.
And now we can see all our players getting ready up with the push down points over Toast. Just flexing early on here.
No, he's scared. He's got to get those extra points,
Yeah.
It's a tough fight.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Toast already droughted early on here, and both players actually having a pretty messy stack early on in 18. And meanwhile, at the bottom, very clean playfields for both players. But as you can see, Meme able to build up much higher than your average DAS player with the power of rolling. And even with these droughts, is able to get pieces like that square
Wow.
all the way to the left just by flicking all the way over. Like that,
Wait,
that
this
is
is a
so
wild
absurd.
drought right off the bat. We're at 33,
Yeah.
and it's still going.
Oh boy.
Okay,
38 piece droughts.
what a seed right
And
away.
that's
Oh,
going to
that's
top
hopping
out
out
Arthur.
too.
Yeah, that is just a brutal piece sequence right there. Well, Meme's going to take it with an early top out from Arthur. But yeah, that is always brutal to see. Just 40-piece drought, like basically a 40-piece drought early on. And I believe our players are ready. So we're going to go ahead and give another countdown here. So in 3,
3,
2,
2,
1,
1. Tetris.
Tetris.
Wow, yeah, that was just that RNG was messy. That was really unfortunate.
Yeah, like it is sometimes just so brutal to see. Like 18 play is just brutal sometimes, and you even saw like our rollers just needing to flick all the way to the like left side of the screen for a lot of those pieces. It was just brutal, and we had another 22-piece drought there on the bottom. So
Wow.
RNG not being nice today for the players there.
Yep. And the unfortunate thing is you need the long bars. They're the one piece you need for maximum points. So if they just decide, I won't show up for the next 5 minutes, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, and as we can see at the top here, Huff with about a 3 Tetris lead over Toast. It is still pretty early on, and Toast is behind on lines. So Toast still pretty in the game here.
Yeah. When there's an ahead in lines, that means the score is a little misleading because they're not at the same rate.
And as we can see, seems like everything is now all cleaned up at the bottom side as well. So
I've been seeing a lot more long bars.
yeah, a lot more than the 40-piece drought earlier.
Just a few.
But yeah, it looks like everything is pretty clean here. And Meme, once again, small drought building like about 30, 25 pieces into that drought. And it's pretty high up here, but with the
Luckily,
power
with the
of
rolling, yeah.
you are able to just place those pieces where you normally can't place them as a DAS player or other play styles.
Yeah. Arthur, if he was in that situation, would probably struggle with that maintaining that board, but like with rolling, you can do pretty much anything. At least on 18. It gets a little harder as we go on. Ooh, that was a little scary misdrop there, but was able to get the stack down very quickly.
Yeah, as we can see on Arthur's board, not the cleanest playfield, not the cleanest playfield by anyone besides Toast right now. Toast
Yeah.
with a Tetris and very clean playfield. Does
Meme's
need
tower
the
here in the
T.
middle is scaring me a little bit, but
Yeah, and should be able to burn it down. With rolling, you can flick pieces all the way to the left.
There we go.
It's not that easy to do because rolling does require you to do very precise inputs in
Mhm.
order to move your pieces around. And if you haven't seen it before, just if you look at a webcam of someone doing rolling, you can see how their control style is. It's very interesting to see and watch live.
Yeah, unfortunately, these camera placements aren't showing the hands, but take our word for it.
Yeah, but we will be showing the hand cams at grand finals on stage, so you can
That's
just
exciting.
see how difficult it can be to comprehend it.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, up top, we have a 25-piece drought that just got cleared up by Huff there. Now 457,002, Toast with 406,000, still maintaining
20
pace.
line difference right now, too.
Yeah,
So Toast is actually maintaining really good pace in this.
yeah, Toast actually having a lead in the Tetris rate, but Huff about to transition to level 19 as we go with a Tetris 527k transition, so on pace for a solid max out here. Meanwhile, Toast encountering the 25-piece drought, I believe, that Huff encountered earlier, so should get a long bar
Yep,
here.
there it is on 25. And that's what's nice. Again, the players are right next to each other, so if you're paying attention, he can know exactly what's about to come since he's so far behind in the piece sequence.
Yeah, and as we can see, Toast wants to get a clean board state for transition here at 123 lines. So getting close and
Yeah,
about 3 lines away now. So we'll see what'll happen. Those are not the right pieces for transition.
this is gonna
So
be a little
one
sketchy
more
because
line will do it, and he does it
okay,
with a long bar.
it was looking a little scary there.
Oh,
Oh,
and
and then the
hangs
miss drop.
very badly on the right there.
No,
And
and oh
that'll
man,
do it for Toast.
that's
Puff
Das
takes
for
it
you.
over
Yeah,
Toast in game 1 here.
a lot of people forget that Das on 19 is not easy at all. You once you're like halfway up the board, it's like almost impossible to get a piece all the way over with Das.
Yeah, and it just shows that with Das, if you misdrop one piece on level 19,
Mhm.
you are pretty much screwed unless you are like very low on the board or are able to just do quick taps or other mechanics to like creative stacking decisions to burn it down. Because
Mhm.
otherwise, losing Das means you can't get any piece to the left side. So there on the right, we saw Meme, just a small misdrop,
Ooh,
and a simul Tetris, both
that's a rare
players
sight.
doing pretty well. But let's go ahead and get the players up top countdown.
All
So
right,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1,
1, Tetris.
Tetris.
All right, this
And
bottom game here is getting pretty high up there.
yeah, but as we can see, Arthur transitions at 384k is in a very massive deficit, around 8 Tetrises behind.
Mhm.
So Arthur's going to need to do a lot of work here to catch up.
He
And
is
it's going
very
to
far
be,
behind in the sequence,
yeah,
though, being almost 15 or over 15 lines behind.
yeah, but even then, that is not the
Yeah,
value of around 8 Tetrises.
it
Now
is
9
not,
Tetrises
but
here. So
you
it's
know,
going to be
I'm
a lot
trying
of
to
ground to make up.
I'm trying to make it sound a little better.
Yeah,
Anything can happen. It's Tetris. We know this.
but yeah, Arthur can play 2 kill screen since
Oops.
he does have a max out. So
Arthur was set up there for the T spin, but it didn't come in time. But I was really excited for it.
yeah, but we'll need to see Arthur pull out one of his best games of the tournament here in order to stay alive in this competition, and has to burn a line there. I believe earlier in practice, Arthur did manage to get a 900k. So in practice, he
Nice.
was able to play very well. So we'll see if he can replicate that success here, because he's going to need to do it to stay alive. Meanwhile, Meme just casually now 11 Tetrises ahead, 800,000 points, getting close to a max out here as we enter into level 26 with another 2 lines on the right side.
I love seeing her movement of like seeing you can see like the movement of the piece and then she looks and she sees the next piece and then adjusts while it's falling. And
Yeah,
you can
and
like
you
see
saw
when
the
that's
bits
happening.
as well. That aggressive bits placement
Yeah.
was super last minute and only possible with the decision making that these players
Mhm.
have.
Because rolling isn't everything. You also have to recognize very quickly what's coming up and then move the piece. Like there's so
Yeah,
much that
and
goes
all of
into it.
these adjustments based off of these pieces are just super sick. And I believe we are 1 Tetris away from Meme getting a
Yeah.
max out here. So just get one more long bar and that'll do it.
Boom. Yeah.
Max out for
Just before the
Meme.
kill screen too.
Yeah, and Arthur now over double his score behind Meme. 15 Tetris deficit. So it's going to be very, very difficult for
All right,
Arthur.
kill screen time.
So
Only possible with rolling.
yeah, so Arthur, we'll see if Arthur can play on kill screen with his dad's play in order to stay alive, because that's going to be what will be needed to stay alive. But Meme just continuing to build on this lead, 1.1 million. And Toast, on the other
Ooh,
hand,
no.
at the top, tops out very early on, 152,000.
That was
Just very
unfortunate.
bad piece sequence from him. But yeah, let's continue watching the game at the bottom here as it's close to wrapping up. as Arthur now at level 28. So 4 lines before kill screen is one, now 2 lines. Is going to clear a double, and that'll probably be
Yeah.
it. And Arthur tops out at 672,000, and Meme takes it over Arthur.
Do we want to have all players start at the same time?
No,
Oh no.
they
Okay.
finished up. So that was their last. Or wait,
Oh, okay.
wait, was it their?
I thought
No,
they
no,
had
no,
another one.
That was their second game. My bad. My
Okay.
bad. 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought. Yeah,
I
that was-
think since we have a 2-0, we can do all players at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time
yeah, yeah.
here.
So Meme is just mulling it out here. Is on a very strong game, so we'll go ahead and let her play a little bit.
Yeah, we're coming up on the double kill screen at 39, which will no player can survive that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, then we can get like a whole big final game going. That'll be fun.
At level 37 here, 1.485. Now 1.5 million.
This is looking to be really solid.
And another Tetris.
All
Can we
right.
see a 1.6 here?
Let's get the rollover. Come on, Meme, get the rollover.
It's a couple.
Oh, one more
long
line, I
defense,
think.
Needs a couple more lines to do it.
Oh,
Gets the
almost.
rollover
Come on,
to
Come on.
screen.
No.
That's
And
as close as
tops
you
out.
can get to the rollover. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and all players now ready for their game 3 here.
All right, we get to have everyone start at the same time here. This is going to be fun. All right.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and give a countdown once everyone is ready.
I think I saw thumbs up from
So,
everyone, so we can go
We're going to
ahead here.
and
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Tetris.
All right. This could be the final game from all players, or we could see something more interesting. I'm always down for more Tetris, so I want to see what happens here.
Yeah, and that was super sick to see. Just that 1.599, almost a
Yes.
1.6.
As close
That
as you
is
can get.
Such a sick score to see here today. As all our players start out once again, very clean wells all around.
I liked Arthur's 2-point lead there for a second.
Yeah. Just the push down points
Yeah.
at the very start.
Sometimes they make the difference. I have seen matches that won on pushdown points, so
Yeah.
not very frequent, but they do exist.
Yeah, that was a pretty strong game from Arthur as well.
Yes,
making
very
kill
good.
Screen, since kill screen is like a very impressive thing to do, especially as a DAS player. Just being able to get there is super difficult.
Yeah, no, I
So-
was very impressed by the game on the bottom screen. But you know, the top screen's going well too. Toast has
Yeah.
been really pushing hard with Das and keeping up with Huff for a lot of some of the matches here, so
Yeah, but Huff boasting now near 90% Tetris rate, 27 lines in.
yeah.
So just cleared basically a single, but has to burn. It's a drought forming at the top.
All right,
but
there we go.
It's able to get 2 Tetrises down. Just very nice to see that.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, at the bottom, Arthur burning down to get back into a clean board state here. And Toast getting past the drought. Very nice Tetris.
Oh, but we
there.
have another one. That was a 19 piece.
And yeah, it looks like all our players doing pretty well. Meme building on top of row 2 here.
She's getting pretty high
Going
though.
to try to get something.
Yeah,
A small 16-piece drought, but it's able to burn it down here. Not Tetris as much as well.
yeah.
Since the stack was kind of awkward and getting some not quite correct pieces here.
Yeah, with that height it was at, I don't think Das would have survived, so
But here, this is rolling, so
Yeah.
you can do a lot more than you would expect.
that's for sure.
But yeah, all our players still maintaining a pretty solid pace here. I believe all of them, Arthur at the lowest Tetris rate, 43%, which is still pretty strong considering the field.
Yeah. I like having 2 roll, 2 dash, so you can see the differences very easily.
Yeah, you can just see it from how they navigate with the pieces.
Mhm.
Like the piece speeds at the top for the rollers, you can see how they almost teleport to the left or right. Meanwhile, the DAS players, you can see the consistent movement and the bit setup from Huff into a Tetris. So very nice play there. 85 lines in for Huff. Definitely pushing his lead here.
Yeah. Our dashers are really holding strong here these matches, though.
Yeah, the lead hasn't been super strong. Another bit setup from Huff into a Tetris. So Huff definitely styling on Toast right now. Toast with a smart set of burns there into a flat burn with a Tetris into another one, keeping decent pace here. Is about 10 lines behind Huff, but 5 Tetris lead still for Huff here.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast they can clean up their boards.
Yeah, but
Even the DAS
Toast,
players, yeah.
Toast, that is not the board setup you want.
But
going
it's
to
going to be
need a
cleared
couple
very
burns.
quickly.
Very nice T
Look at that.
and that'll
Perfect.
put him back
Look.
into scoring position.
That's just so impressive to be able to like read the board, see the mistakes, and then just know exactly what to do to clean it up in like mere seconds. Even as a DAS player, because you don't have as much control over the rollers, but
Yeah,
you can still just clear it out immediately.
and that's something you can see for all of these players here at the high level of competition. You can see how players just put their pieces down to make a room for whatever piece comes up, which is how you play this game, especially considering that all the pieces are completely random.
Oh, there's a drought at the top, and Toast is pretty high on the board. I'm getting a little scared.
Yeah, but is able to do some smart burns, a double
All
burn
right,
into a Tetris, navigating that 27-piece drought very cleanly.
That was very well
And
played.
Huff getting cleared up, but look at Meme's board, just
Oh,
super high
no.
up. Able to burn down with that J.
Again, you wouldn't survive this with DAS, but Rolling's being able to just make it through.
Almost misdrops that eyepiece, I believe, but is able
All
to
right.
navigate it and needs one
Got
more
that
long
small
bar
left
to get
well.
cleaned,
No drought,
but
no
the
drought.
long bar is not
Oh,
coming.
no.
It's very high up.
This is really tough survival, and the
transition
oh,
to
no.
level 19. So
Wait,
let's see
it's open,
if we
it's
can
open.
get something in the well, but now blocked off.
Good.
Needs a long
Okay.
bar or something to fill.
Oh,
that
not
hole
another
in.
drought. This is so
It's
bad.
a drought.
Come
and
on.
Meme is so close
Oh
to the top. Is Meme able to clear up here? Gets a
How
nice,
are we alive? How are we
S-burn
alive?
into
Oh,
the
yeah.
long bar.
Wow.
Tetris
Oh my
able to
gosh.
navigate that entire field and just barely stay alive. That was impressive play.
I
from
was
Meme.
freaking out so hard that whole time. That was wild. Oh my gosh.
And that was definitely
Nice.
Arthur's
All right.
chance, and is still in pace. Arthur's still in pace with me.
Although now he's hitting that same drought.
And meanwhile, at the top, Toast, in a slightly sticky situation for a DAS player, is able to burn it down a bit and should be in good position. Puts the long bar over the garbage hole, so still probably needs some pieces to get cleaned up here. Opts for another burn, and Huff with a S misdrop, or Z misdrop, it looks like.
Yeah, he's
And-
just not getting the
oh,
pieces needed to
Toast,
clean it. Oh no.
Unfortunately, unable to get that O piece over and tops out at 541k.
Yeah.
And Huff will continue to move on in the competition here.
Really strong play there. That was really fun.
And Toast, with pretty incredible consistency here overall, I believe has been pretty consistent with his 400 to 500k scores, which is very nice to see.
Still
Shout-outs
better
to
than most of
Toast.
people here.
Very
So.
great for his organization, everything that he's done for this event so far.
Yeah, not to mention he set all this up and then is also playing in the tournament at a high level.
Yeah,
There's
let's
just so
continue
much.
to watch. I believe Huff is continuing to mullen it out.
Yeah, no reason
and-
not to at this point.
Yes, Arthur now continuing to play at the bottom here, but Meme
This is a much
has-
closer match compared to last time.
Yeah, but Meme has taken a fairly large lead now, 174,000, so 5 Tetrises. And Arthur's board, after that misdrop, not quite the cleanest here. It's going to need a couple burns to get clean, and that S piece does not work. So he's going to need to figure out what to do here. Gets a long bar to put on the right side.
All right. That was
About
some
to
good
reach
work.
500k for Arthur. Would be pretty solid here. And Meme at 764k is about to hit the kill screen in another Tetris and a line. So let's see what'll happen here. Oh, and Arthur with the long bar is going to figure out what will happen there.
One more
Tops
line.
out at
There it is. The
1.808.
transition. Little high for the transition, but was able to get that bar over. Also, yeah, another easy max out for Huff to finish that matchup. Ooh, hung that bar. Can we get it over? No,
it
we
doesn't get the
can't.
5
Oh,
tap. He
that's
is
a
going to
really
top
tough
out
one.
at 9
but still good enough for the match.
essentially. Yeah, so
Probably. I mean, we're
If
at level
Arthur-
27. We got Das.
yeah,
I don't want to call it early, but like,
if
that's
Arthur
just
is able
Das
to
cannot
get
play on
another
29.
10 Tetrises here, can't take it. But it's not looking good.
Yeah,
and that
that'll
will
be
it
it.
for Arthur. 559k. It's going to be his final score of the match.
Really
That
strong
is
play
it
from all players.
for quarterfinals here.
Yeah, just seeing even that level of Das is so fascinating. It's so good.
Yeah, and that'll be it for the quarterfinals. So,
Yep.
GTAs, how did you enjoy the play here?
I mean, I'm always just mesmerized by how good everyone is at this game. I played it a little casually. I tried out this tournament. It was fun. My best is like 350k. I don't know how people can consistently do like 4 times better than that every time with Das. A lot of the
Yeah.
time, like,
It is just so impressive.
especially with the nerves of a tournament setting, it's just like I'm a heavy resetter, right? Like I play for 10 seconds. Wow, I don't like these pieces. Let's try again. You can't do that in tournament play. It is such a different environment.
Yeah, like you have the tournament play style, you have your high score play styles, and it's just so cool to see everyone compete like this. Like, wow, it's so massive just to see the power of rolling in action. Like, just seeing everyone do rolling is like so cool to me.
Mhm.
Like, I've always watched it online, and I just never imagined how difficult it was.
Oh yeah.
And like,
I don't know how they do
everything
it.
is so
I've
expensive.
tried it. I don't know how to get the right like because it's not just the rolling maneuver. You have to like have the right kind of button press. Like it can't be
Yeah.
too much, it can't be too little. It has to be just right. So I don't know.
Yeah,
The
it's
sensitivity
like
is so
learning,
weird.
It's like learning how to ride a bike again.
Yeah.
It's basically you have nothing to start out with, and the only thing is that like sometimes if you already know how to play, you just have to completely learn from the start how to play again. Because I
Yeah.
believe like I tried it out for the first time, like Huff was showing me how to roll, and just the fact that you had to do inverted controls
Yeah.
and like you have your other 2 fingers for rotation and using your fingers on the right side to just tap over
Mhm.
is like completely like foreign to me compared to like because I'm a modern Tetris player. I just use the keyboard
Yeah.
and I'm so used to those controls. So yeah, it's just crazy to see.
Yeah, it's a big learning curve. When rolling started becoming popular, it wasn't like overnight that everyone swapped and was good at it. Like it took a long time to develop those skills. Yeah, again, it's like playing the game for the first time again. You really have to develop it over a long period of time to get good at it. And then even still, it's not easy to
Yeah.
master in any shape or form.
Yeah, but I think that will be it for us at the quarterfinals here. So we have Huff and me, and then Rhubarb and Cole, all
Mhm.
moving on to top 4. So
That's going to
two
be
of those
very
4
exciting.
competitors will be on stage for grand finals here. So can't wait to see what will happen in our semifinals here today. So thanks for joining us for the semifinals or the quarterfinals here, and that'll be it from us.
Yep. Enjoy the rest of the tournament.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I have returned from my bludgeoning,
Yeah.
courtesy of Huff. It's Toast, it's Kronos. It is the top four for SGDQ 2026. Has it been an exciting week or what?
Yeah, it is so impressive to see all our players here. Just like the gameplay has been so insane to see.
Mhm. And now that you're getting your qualifiers from Hotfix, and you're seeing just what people can do with this game. They're absolutely destroying Tetris, and it's a pleasure to watch. But we are now down to our final four players. It's Cole, it's Huff, it's Meme, it's Rhubarb. Two of them are going to make it to the finals, which is going to be on the main stage later today.
Yeah, and that is going to be super sick to say, see. And I can't wait for this. Like all four of these players are world class caliber players. Like it's like something you can never have at
Absolutely.
anywhere else besides events like CTWC.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the bracket here, I mean, it was for the most part the bracket was chalk. I mean, you expected Huff to beat me, you expected Meme to beat Arthur, you expected Cole to beat Glitch Cat. The DMG Rhubarb game was a coin toss, and it landed heads for Rhubarb.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive considering in the past DMJ has taken like 80% of their matches, I believe.
Yeah,
So that is a pretty sick upset from Rhubarb. And Rhubarb being the fifth place in the online qualifiers, so was knocked out and had to qualify in person.
yeah, he made his way through the gauntlet of GDQ, made it to the top four. DMJ chose him. This was not an assigned seed matchup; it was a draft. DMJ chose to play Rhubarb, and it may have come back to bite him.
Yeah, so it was entirely DMJ's choice. And turns out it didn't work out for him.
Nope. And now from my bias standpoint, we are guaranteed to have at least one Minnesotan in the finals, and we're guaranteed to have a maximum of one Minnesotan in the finals because neither Huff nor Cole are from Minnesota. They are not one of us.
Yeah.
You're not one of us either.
Not one of us.
No, no. But let's bring it over to the screen where you can see the players are getting themselves warmed up right now. You've got some cool info. As you can see, it is the Minnesota battle between Meme and Rhubarb on the bottom there. Up top, you've got Cole and Huff. And Meme and Rhubarb do have a history. They got a very friendly rivalry together. They played 10 times in competition. Meme has the edge 7-3, but Meme has won the last 4 times they have played.
Ooh, that is pretty rough. So Meme the favorite in this matchup here, but Rhubarb has been killing it this week so far. So.
Yeah, he's been a man on a mission, but yeah, that record is daunting. Rhubarb has not beaten Meme in a match since April of 2025.
Yeah, so over a year since their last victory for Rhubarb.
Yeah.
So that is going to be the gauntlet for him to take it over. But let's take a look at the top here. We have Cole and Huff.
They also have an illustrious history, and guess what? Ironically enough, the records are the same. Meme is 7-3 against Rhubarb. Huff is 7-3 against Cole, and Huff has won the last 3 games he has played against Cole. Cole hasn't beaten Huff since March of 2025, back in CTWC Detroit.
Yeah, so pretty much the same for both matchups in terms of their history. But the most recent one, Cole did lose 2-3, so that must have been a very close matchup, and that was in the semifinals of CTWC Philly.
Yeah, that was a great tournament at Philadelphia. You had so many top players. I believe at semifinals it was Cole, Huff, Meme, and Guafi, and just absolute banger matches. We're hoping for more of the same here out of these 4 players.
Yeah, so players are continuing to warm up here, playing on the kill screen, just getting ready with their 5 taps and everything.
Yes.
All of them being premier rollers, the style that allows you to get the pieces all the way over.
Yeah.
Super sick to see.
Yeah, I mean, as they're finishing their warm-ups here, DAS, you'll get 10 hertz moving your pieces when you have DAS fully charged. Hyper tapping, you could probably consistently get 13, 14, 15. Maybe your top tappers, like T-Storm's an example, could maybe peak at 18. Rolling 25 to 30.
Yeah, and that is absurd. And if you can explain hertz a little bit.
Okay, so hertz is basically how many times something happens in a second. So when I'm saying a DAS is at 10 hertz, it means that DAS will move a piece 10 times in a second. So obviously with tapping, you're looking at 13 to 15 times a second, but with rolling, 25 to 30. So rolling is twice as good as tapping, 3 times as good as DAS in terms of speed.
And 25 to 30 times in a second. That's super fast, because considering tick rate in most games, for instance, is like 30 to 60 or 30 or 60. So depending on the game, and I believe NES Tetris is like a 30 tick rate game. So you're basically moving the pieces at the max possible speed in these matchups.
I mean, if you link it to other stuff that you've seen, like if you've seen the game show The Price is Right, that when that wheel spins, that's basically moving at the speed of DAS. Wheel of Fortune, you spin that wheel and you hear it moving. That's probably the speed of a good hyper tapper. Rolling is twice as fast as that.
Yeah, that is absurd to think about.
But I think we're probably about good. So players, if you want to generate a seed and get yourselves to the ready screen, we will begin the semifinals.
So we can see all our players getting ready. I believe they're doing a last bit of warm up here, just tapping it away at the bottom here.
And
yeah, you do have to be warmed up. Like if your 5 taps are not working, for instance, then you will hang pieces to the left or right side and make it impossible. So it is super important to do it all over there.
And I'm getting word that we are obviously not on the main stage right now, but I'm getting word that Tetris was getting promoted on the rundown. So I know we are being aired at a later time, but it is going to be absolutely hype. I know this is after the fact, so it won't be a surprise. We have cowbells on hand.
Yeah, and that is going to be super sick to see the tradition of the max out bells being rang at GDQ, since that is like a tradition since like the very start of CTWC.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many years ago it was, but I believe, if my history is right, it was Chris Bidwell that started that. Just pulled the cowbell out, somebody got a max out, he started ringing it, and now it's a thing.
Yeah, and I see you have the box of bells right next to you. If we want to use it for this matchup.
We're going to be mindful of the tournament happening to our left, and we don't want to drown them out. But once we get on the main stage, we're going to be handing out cowbells for people to shake and shake and shake.
The players still finalizing their warm up here.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with the warm up games on Kill Screen. These players, they can go very long into Kill Screen. Like if I warm up on level 19, unless I'm having a good game, I'm probably dead in 10 lines on a 19 warm up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they can go on for a hot minute.
Yeah, and it's so funny to see that they're just playing the Kill Screen better than I can play on 19.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw on the screen there was a Vitz at level 38.
Just a casual level 38 Vitz, no big deal.
I think Neem was on pretty solid pace there on Kill Screen play.
Yeah,
so
but they
played it out.
Yeah, they are all working. They're typical warm up. They're doing transition trainer, which on the competition card, it pretty much means you start right before the level transition that you select. So if I were to do transition trainer and pick level 18, I would start at 120 lines right before the switch to level 19.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what the bottom row is ready, but top row.
So they are getting ready with their seats now.
Yeah. I would say if nothing else, this warm-up session is an endorsement for whatever earbuds those two are wearing.
Yeah. Okay, so players are now entering in their seats. Yes, we enter the first round of the semifinals here. It is going to be super sick to watch all our players here play today. So once we get the thumbs up from everyone, we will get started.
Yep, and as you can see, very friendly rivalry. Meme and Rhubarb exchanging some bants, just having a good time with each other. I mean, they're really good friends. They have a good time with each other, and we're just gonna check I believe bottom match
Bottom
is
match
ready.
good.
Top
And
match
top match
ready?
we are
Question
waiting
mark.
on.
I
We
think-
are just getting some double checking.
Up. He's up. He's making sure his double super kill screen is on.
And
But
I think we are all good here.
So how about let's go ahead and we're gonna count this down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And oh, interesting! All four matches
players
started with a long bar.
Hey, that might be a good sign. Maybe we'll get like some of the highest Tetris rates here.
Yeah, I think we'll get that regardless of the seed. But look at the top there. We have some clone tris going on. We no longer have clone tris as there's a little bit of deviation in the stack. But both players, I mean, they're tied. I'm not gonna do the meme because it's way too early in the game for that.
Yeah, and that's something we should expect from all of these players here. This 18 play should be very comfortable for all of them. So most likely lead changes here would be pretty much negligible. But the main thing is just keeping up your efficiency in these early levels.
Yeah, but for a hot moment, we had a 4-way tie amongst every player.
Yeah, just everyone 100% Tetris rates across the board.
Yeah.
I believe Rhubarb does clear a single there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but look at this tuck setup from Meme here. She's waiting for either a J or an S piece to tuck in there on row number 3. She's not getting it, so she's just going to cover up the well.
Yeah, and off with a very interesting set up there at the top. Misses the spin over, but should be able to just burn this down pretty safely.
Yeah.
This should allow Cole to get some small lead going here.
Yeah, now let's take a look at what Elo says for these matchups here. Up on top, we have Cole and Huff. Elo suggests that Huff has a 59% chance of winning compared to Cole's 41%. So all things considered, relatively close. Elo is not so kind to Rhubarb. It says Meme has a 91% chance of winning, but it also said Elo also said that DMJ was going to win, and look what happened.
Yeah. You can just never tell sometimes. And Elo, after all, is just a number.
Yeah.
Because any one of these players can pull off a super, super strong game.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on both ends of that stick. I've beat players whose ELO was much higher than me. I've lost to players whose ELO was much lower than me. You never know what you're going to get. As Chris Berman says, that's why they play the game.
Yeah, and as we can see here, at the bottom, Rhubarb with about 2 Tetris lead, but 1 Tetris effectively at the line count.
Yep. Kind of going around the horn. Well, let's get a look into both games here. We're around 55 lines all across. Cole is going to take the lead with the Toasters, 278K to 259K, but Huff fires one right back. So it's going back and forth up top. On the bottom, Rhubarb has a lead of a Tetris and change. But Meme, this is an interesting board setup.
It's looking like a modern Tetris setup.
I was about to say, how many T-spins can you get out of that?
Yeah, we are entering a drought here at the bottom. 19 pieces so far for me, and counting.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, at this rate, we're going to see a 4-wide.
But yeah, looks like it's all cleaned up. That burn there should be set up for a clean Tetris well.
Yeah.
Clean column again.
Yep, Meme going to get the dirty Tetris. Transitions the ball over to the right side. They're both looking good on the bottom. Cole's going to fire down a Tetris, leading by 42,000 points. We're around 70 lines in here in this first game between both Cole and Huff, as well as Meme and Rhubarb.
Yeah, all players still playing very solidly here. I believe the scores are on pace to be around 500 to like nearly 600K.
Yeah.
For transition.
I would say every player except for Meme has the potential for a 600K transition. Our rule of thumb is for a good transition, do you want 400 by 100, 400,000 points by 100 lines. Huff, Cole, Rhubarb are going to very much exceed that. They might have 500,000 by then, which means they're well on track to surpass 600K.
Yeah. So at the bottom here, we can see Rhubarb starting to take a pretty solid lead here. 5 Tetrises ahead.
Yeah, it's 110,000 points. I would say under normal circumstances, this would be a lead of significance, but there are potentially 240 lines left for these players. So anything could happen. And we all know that Meme has the ability to play extremely efficient into level 29. So do not count her out by any means. Rumors of her demise might be greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, and I believe in the past CTWCs, Meme has always came from behind to like take out like a lot of these competitors. Just
Yeah.
with her super strong gameplay at
Yeah.
the kill screen is like devastating to just watch.
Yeah, and Rhubarb with a T-spin setup, he nails the T-spin. He still has 5 more Tetrises, actually 4 more Tetrises, and he's already over 600,000 points. Cole is going to get to 600K with his next Tetris. He's got 3 more available and before the level 19 transition. Huff has a little bit of burning too. He's got that gap there in column number 8 that is it's just inconvenient and annoying is what it is.
Yeah, and as we can see, all our players are getting ready for the transition here in about a Tetris.
Yep.
So let's see how it goes here. 19 play should be pretty trivial for them as well, but who knows?
Yep.
19 can be very devastating
Yeah.
sometimes.
Meme and Huff going with low 500s, 538 for Huff, 526 for Meme. Rhubarb's in at 656, leading all 4 players. Cole goes in with a very strong 615,000. Great adjustment from Cole at the last minute. Tucks in that JL piece, and he follows it up with the long bar coming to get the Tetris. And another one, 667 for Cole into level 20.
Yeah, and the scores are still climbing for all of these players here. Just so strong to see. And these scores like just surpass basically everyone in the in-person qualifier tournament besides Rhubarb himself.
Yep. And up top, you see a simul Tetris. They're both of them thrown down at the same time. Cole had to do a brief burn. It's going to take away 1 line. That's just how good these players are. Something that would take a normal human being like 10 lines to get out of. They see 1 move, they make a last-minute adjustment, and their board is clean.
Yeah, and as we can see, Rhubarb doing a little bit of clean stacking. Very nice piece to get the burn to a Tetris.
Yeah, Rhubarb right now is on track for at least a 1.1. This is about a 1.14 into kill stream for Rhubarb if he can keep this up. And Cole on track for a 1.2 if he can keep doing what he's doing here. So this is tremendous play from both Cole and Rhubarb so far. And it kind of shows you just how good these players are because we're looking at Cole and Rhubarb with their good games. Huff's got a 766 in level 23, and it's almost an afterthought.
Yeah, but I mean, that's only a bit under like 2 Tetrises, I want to say.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like, it is still pretty close at the top there.
Yeah, I mean, at this level, Tetrises are around 30,000 points. So yeah, it is increasing in value. Like as we mentioned before, you get to kill screen. Tetrises are 36,000 points. So they are looking forward to having those numbers go up, and because of that, it means that even if someone's down 100,000 points, all you need are a couple of Tetrises and a few burns, and you're right back in it.
Yeah, so all of these players still strongly in the game right now. Not much separating them at this point.
No, but we are approaching max outs for the majority of our players. Rhubarb is the closest at 990K, Cole at 981, but whoever gets the Tetris first is going to get the max out. We'll see who sees that long bar. Is it going to be Cole? Is it going to be Rhubarb? It is Rhubarb, A25 into level 27.
Yeah, so that is our first max out here, and our second one from Cole, and our third one from Huff as well. So all our players going to potentially reach max out here if Meme can get just a couple more Tetrises herself.
Yep.
So just 1 more, I think, should do it.
On level 28, 1 more Tetris will do it. It's about 34,000 for it, and there it is, A05 for Meme. But Rhubarb's got a 1.1. If he can get a Tetris into kill screen, he's going to go in with a 1.2, and there it is, 1.2 for Rhubarb into kill screen. Meme in with the max out, 1.045. Cole has the 1.1, so does Huff, and he's trying to get a Tetris for kill stream, but he has to burn.
Yeah, and this is where the runs really gear up as all our players playing at this kill screen speed. This is so intense to watch. Any misdrop can be fatal, so just even the smallest 1 misinput can just mean the end for any player.
Yeah, now You're looking at these players just flinging pieces left to right. Huff's got a clean board. Cole's got a clean board. Cole is Tetris ready. He's gonna throw one down. He's got a 1.2. Meme is trying to get Tetris ready, as is Rhubarb. They are fighting with each other. 3 Tetrises apart. Up on top, it's less than a Tetris. They're only 17,000 points apart
and
here.
Rhubarb gets a very nice Tetris there, getting a 1.3. This is just so fast. All our players still maintaining this.
Yeah, and Huff throws down a Tetris on level 32.
But
He's
Cole
taken the
hates
lead.
the left side a little bit, needs a long bar to fit in. But can we find one? Gets a very nice J piece to fill in the gap. And
Yeah.
that'll burn down nicely.
Yep, but right now, Meme needs a 5-tap to the left because that is a little bit high. She doesn't get the 5-tap. She's going to top out, and Rhubarb with a 1.3 takes game number 1, and Cole tops out. Huff with a 1.3 takes game number 1. So Huff is up 1-0. Rhubarb is up 1-0, and I am okay with the mullen if they want to play it out.
Still out.
Yeah, he
gets a 1.4, the highest score of these 4 competitors here.
Yep.
But that was an insane round 1. All our players maxing out above like 1.1, almost 1.2 for Meme as well.
Yeah, you had 4 max out. Your lowest score was a B96, not even almost a 1.2. And yeah, welcome to Tetris in 2026, people.
Yeah, and it looks like all our players are gearing up to get ready here.
So they are good to go.
The
Let's count them down in. Oh, are you ready? Not ready? Okay, we're good. Let's count them down in. Wait, so hold up, false alarm. Okay, cool. Just give us a thumbs up when you're ready. All right. Nope. After some intense games like that, totally understandable that you need a moment to recover. So if they need,
it is just absurd to see, and I can imagine playing at kill screen just at that pace. You need to keep it
okay.
up.
We've got a thumbs up all around. Let's go ahead and count down game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right. Oh, and I thought we were gonna get double long bars again, but nope. It's a long bar and a T-piece combo. Sad day.
Yeah, that was such a sick round 1.
Yeah.
The semifinals here.
Yeah. By the way, that was game 1.
That was just game 1. Like, I can't imagine how it's going to feel on stage when we watch 2 of these 4 competitors play on stage, because that will be absurd to see.
Yeah, but as the players are getting started on level 18 play here in game 2, we'll take a look at some recent tournament performance from our players here. And as far as Meme, she did take second at CTWC this past year. Lost a dog in the finals. She was your CTWC Toronto champion this year, beating Guafi 3-1, and also finished second last year at CTWC. But yeah, if you look at like Meme's tournament history, lots of first places, lots of second places, lots of top 4s. If she's going to a tournament, you know that she is going to be there at the very end.
Yeah, and that is a very impressive resume. I believe all of these players do have their tournament history being like very sick, since they are all the top players that we have here.
Yeah, and I know, and I'm trying to look up some results, but my Liquipedia is not quite working with me. But I can tell you that Huff took second place at CTWC back in 2021, lost to. Much like me, lost to Dog in the finals, and in 2020, Huff was top 4 at CTWC, lost to once again in the semifinals.
Yeah, and that is pretty impressive. I also see the Honda Cup, Honda Fan Cup. That was another classic Tetris event, I believe, and I think I took part in that. So I'm not sure. I thought that might have been.
I'm not seeing you on there unless I'm missing you.
I think there were qualifiers.
Yeah,
happened,
but while we've been kind of digging back into some Tetris history, we're seeing some great efficiency, like 80+% out of 3 of our 4 players. Meme's got the hey now rate right there, and solid efforts, about 50 lines in, 279 for Cole, 234 for Huff early on, 219 for Meme, who's got a Vitz and then some there in column number 4, and I'm curious to see how she resolves this.
Yeah, that is a weird setup there. So going to need to find the right pieces to burn.
It's gonna be a relatively quick solve here, especially if she can get a long bar.
If you can get a long bar.
Yeah, if being the operative word, I saw a couple ways for it to happen, but you needed the right pieces, and RNG is saying you're not getting the right pieces.
Yeah, and as you can see, the long bar happens pretty late there. So Rhubarb once again with a pretty decent lead early on here.
Yeah, Rhubarb up 5 Tetrises, 374, make it 397 to 253,000 for me. Cole and Huff battling up top. That one is still relatively close, but no. As far as what's happening here, whoever wins these 2 games goes onto the main stage. They're going to be playing live in front of tens of thousands of people, whether it's in person or watching live on the streams on either Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah, and it's going to be basically one of the biggest Tetris or NES Tetris tournaments ever.
Yeah.
I believe. So
Yeah.
that's going to be super cool to see.
Yeah, in terms of our turnout for this tournament between Hotfix and the in-person event, the only bigger tournaments I believe in NES Classic Tetris are the CTWC and the Jonas Cup.
Yeah, and that is a very impressive field. So
Yeah, Jonas Cup last year had 80, and CTWC will have 112 competitors.
and right here we can see Meme pretty high up here. It's going to burn down just a couple pieces and into a Tetris.
Yeah,
100 lines in about for most of our players here. As we near about a transition, I believe this is a slightly slower pace for most of our players here, considering the first game, but still very strong.
yeah. Meme's 18 hasn't been the hottest today. She's been able to pick it up on 19, but the 18 play is kind of hurting her right now. As Rhubarb is up by 6 Tetrises, he's already at 521,000. So yeah, Rhubarb pacing once again. Cole doing the same, 522,000 at 110 lines. He's gunning for a 600K transition right here.
Yeah, and this is so impressive to see. 80% Tetris rate from Cole, now 81%. Same with Rhubarb at the bottom there, 83% Tetris rate. Just super strong from these two.
Yep. But right now, Rhubarb has potentially 2 Tetrises before the transition. If he takes a burn, he's going to lose one, but he gets one. We'll see if he can get one more. Cole also with 1 more Tetris available before level 19. Meme gets her board cleaned up. She could get 1 more before the transition as well. Let's see if it happens. Cole goes in with a 617. Very good transition out of him. Rhubarb is cooking right now, but he's waiting for this long bar. He has to burn, but even despite the burn, he's at a 641 into 19.
Yeah, and me transitions pretty high up here and has to burn a little bit. And we're experiencing a very long drought here, 38 pieces.
Yeah.
And Rhubarb with the same drought is going to not be able to get the Tetris with it, but should be cleaned up for the second one.
Yep. Excellent stack management up high from Rhubarb there. Things were getting a little dicey. Had to deal with the drought. Couldn't use the long bar at first, but luckily RNG blesses him with one right after. And just like that, stack is down near the bottom part of the board. But up top, we got a close one, a fairly close one here. 662 for Huff, 724 for Cole. Huff gets a Tetris, so they're only a Tetris and change apart. Meme is trying to fight her way back into this one. She's going to get a Tetris, but down 129,000 points at level 22. And Rhubarb, once again, is on track for a big score. If he can get a Tetris here, he's on track for a 1.23 million into kill screen.
Yeah, that is super impressive. Like, not only is like a max out like impressive, but getting a 1.2 is like absurd to me.
And speaking of, Cole with that Tetris also on track for a 1.2 into kill screen if he can keep this going. So Cole and Rhubarb are absolutely locked in right now, and it's a pleasure to see just how good they're playing. But not to be outdone, I mean, Huff is having a really good game too. It's just being overshadowed by how good Cole and Rhubarb are playing.
Yeah, and like Cole last game as well was also pacing. So both Cole and Rhubarb have been doing really well at these earlier stages. So it all comes down to the kill screen play.
Yeah, but right now, Meme long bar dependent. She's going to take a couple of burns. It's not a tricky solve. It's just taking away efficiency for her. Waiting for this long bar now to show up because she is probably a little higher than she'd like and not getting what she wants until now, where she throws down a Tetris. But Rhubarb already with the max out on level 25. What the heck?
Yeah, that is such an early max out and gets another Tetris.
Yeah, Cole's got a couple
at
hangs.
the top for Cole, That is very rough, and we're
Yeah.
not too many pieces away from kill screen here.
But
It's going to be able to take down very nicely, though.
but yeah, this is what you see right here. This shows you that it's not just the fact that you can roll. You have to have the knowledge to be able to stack at those great levels and realize what you can do with your pieces. And Cole just shows that he knows what needs to be done to get the pieces, get the efficiency, and get out of those dire situations before they really go astray.
Yeah, but that set of misdrops for Cole gives Huff the lead. Now both players maxing out,
Yep.
with Meme also one piece away. There we go, another max out at the bottom here.
Yep. So
And hangs a piece at the left side, but is able to get a piece over.
yeah, we have a quad max out here into kill screen. Meme is trying to get this board cleaned up. Rhubarb has a dangerous board going into kill screen. Is going to be trouble for him, but he gets a dirty Tetris.
Super dirty
Column
Tetris.
number 3 Tetris for Rhubarb.
But is he going to survive from here? This is very difficult.
Yeah, he's going to have to flat burn a bit and get the right pieces. He doesn't get them. So Meme is in a chase down. Meme needs B65. A 1.165 is what Meme needs to take game number 2. Cole and Huff both into kill screen. Cole with an A68. Huff with the lead, B39. They are into level 30 and 31. And as you know, the super kill screen occurs at level 39. So once they hit 330 lines, they're not really going to be able to do anything more than that. The pieces just move way too fast for anything to happen. And in essence, that is the end of the game. And right now, Cole's going to try and get that well open. He's not getting the pieces he wants, but he is set up for a dirty centerwall Tetris, and he gets it. Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Meanwhile, at the bottom, looks like Meme is about to complete the chase down. Just one more single will do it, and there we go.
Yep,
Meme takes it over Rhubarb at the bottom.
Yep, Meme takes game number 2. Rhubarb was absolutely cooking. He had a rough go into the kill stream, and as a result, Meme was able to chase that down and tie it up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, but continue looking at the top. Our players are still alive at this kill screen, but Cole needing the pieces to go.
Yeah, he's got an S&Z burst at the worst possible time. He can't get the 5-tap over. He tops out, and Huff, already with a 1.2 on the board, takes game number 2. Huff is now up 2 games to 0. Hey.
Yeah,
All right.
that was super cool to see. Another set of all 4 players maxing out here. So that is really cool. All our players just playing really out of their minds here. Like, this is something that you cannot see basically anywhere else. So, yeah, I believe we are getting a couple things sent in.
Yep.
We are waiting for players to get all readied up here.
Yep, it is game number 3 on both sides. Huff up 2-0. Meme and Rhubarb are tied. And it's anybody's game. These players have been playing so close, so tight. I've got a thumbs up on the bottom. And once we're good on the top, we'll get going again. As you know, when things get intense like this, you sometimes need to just catch your breath and just hit that mental reset button in between.
Yeah, and Cole was playing really well early on in the stages. Just an unfortunate top out for both those games.
All right, it looks like we got thumbs up all around. So let's go ahead and count down game number 3. Here it comes in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So right now, Huff is on match point. He is on GEQ main stage point, no less. Cole looking to start the journey to a reverse sweep right now. And the way Cole's been playing, I have no doubt that he can take games off of Huff, but just needs to be able to finish it on the kill stream.
Yeah, and Cole's play has been super strong in the early game, like posting those super high scores into level 19 and into the kill screen, basically. But it's the post-kill screen play that is kind of being pretty rough on him.
Yep. That level 29 play, the post transition, that's where these games are being won. So what you're kind of seeing is sometimes it negates that great play on level 18, but hey, check out that 5 and below from Huff. He made the adjustment, saw the square in the next box, and stood that J piece upright to allow for a tuck of that square.
Yeah. Like all these small adjustments that these players can make are like enabling them to get this super high efficiency.
Yeah.
And just with the power of rolling as well, you are also able to be a lot more flexible with your decision making.
hmm So we'll see what happens here. Meme coming back to tie it up at one with the chase down. Rhubarb. I mean, what can you do for your Rhubarb? You have an insanely good game like you had, and you're just absolutely humming along with the Tetrises. And one bad piece, and next thing you know, memes tied it at one.
Yeah, and that's why anything can happen on the kill screen. So just depends on how these players do fare at these levels.
Yeah. Now going back, we'll take a quick look at some of the match history here. We'll go back to Cole and Huff. The first time they met was back in 2023 at CTWC Northeast, but they've met in a lot of regionals. They played at CTWC Illinois. I believe that's the Yeehaws tournament that he helps with. They played a few times on Tetris Friendlies, CTL, but they met at Detroit a few times. So a lot of regional tournaments. It seems like there's a collision course between Cole and Huff no matter what happens.
And that's always cool to see. When you play against the same opponent, you can build up a sort of rivalry with them. And it's always cool to have that opponent that challenges you to be your best in terms of your gameplay and
Yep.
everything.
Ironically enough, despite that, Huff puts his rival down as DMJ,
Yeah.
and funny enough, DMJ was here, and I noticed that DMJ put down his rival as Huff.
Yeah. And unfortunately, DMJ did lose out to Rhubarb here.
Yeah,
So,
sad day for DMJ, just losing out early, but still SGDQ a great experience. So I'm sure he's having a good time hanging out and checking out the scene because I think it's his first time in Minnesota.
yeah, and it's always cool. Minnesota, very great place to be around. Like, just so many cool things and places to eat are really amazing.
So right now we're about 75 lines in. I mean, when players are playing clean, it's almost hypnotic to watch, and you kind of lose track of time. It's one of those deals where we're at about now 80 lines, 396 for Cole, 362K for Huff, Meme at 365,000, Rhubarb at 376. So not quite neck and neck, but they're in the vicinity.
Yeah, and all our players still casually playing at this 18 speeds. It's still super important to note just how difficult even 18 is for the mass majority of just players of Tetris.
Yeah, I mean, even your decent DAS players, like your DAS players that are around to max out, even they have trouble getting above a 60% efficiency, even on level 18. So it's kind of an accomplishment to see what these players are doing, but also what's really impressive is how they're able to solve. You look at a board and you're like, how in the heck are you going to get out of that? And one flip of a piece later, and everything's cleaned up. And you're starting to see that with Rhubarb. His board was looking a little Monka S, and right now he just needs an L piece, and he's good.
Yeah, and it's just this creative decision making that all these top players have that really sets them apart from the average player.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point I was trying to make before, is it's not just the ability to move pieces really, really ridiculously fast. It's the knowledge of stacking, knowing what to do when certain patterns, you recognize certain patterns in the game. And that combination with the fast piece movement and the efficiency is what makes these players amazing. That's why they're out there and we're sitting here talking to you.
Yeah, and I believe that's another thing from Jonas way back in the day. He emphasized just how important it is to keep a clean stack and just all the adjustments you can do to do that.
Yeah. But right now we are nearing the transition. Cole has possibly 2 Tetrises left. He's set up for a center well. He's gonna get it. And he's gonna go for one more. Oh, great move there to accommodate the long bar. He is center well Tetris ready. He's waiting for one more. He's gonna get it. That's gonna be a 618K into level 19. Huff's in at 600,000. So both players looking really good.
Yeah, Meme also transitions at 600K. Rhubarb right behind her is one line away from transition as well,
Yeah.
and could also get a 600K
I was,
transition.
and oddly enough, as you were talking, I'm like, I feel a VIT setup coming from Rhubarb, and sure enough, he sets up the VITs, and it allows him to get the Tetris and a 601K into level 19.
Yeah, so all our players transitioning at 600K. So that is so cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, for players at like the sub max out level, a 500K is pretty dang good. But these players are routinely putting up 600,000 before level 19.
And Rhubarb getting a rough key sequence there is going to mess up the stack a little bit.
Yep.
But should be able to clean it out here very nicely. Just needs a couple more pieces. That should do it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up top, you've got Huff that just took the lead back from Cole, but it's a very close lead. I mean, they're only separated by like a burned line or two. This lead's going to go back and forth based on whoever has the most recent Tetris. They're both setting up. They're getting a little bit of a drought here. We're approaching 20 pieces on this drought. I haven't seen a long bar in a hot minute. There it is. Cole gets a Tetris with it. And since they're using same piece sets, Huff gets it, but cannot get a Tetris. But he is almost clean. Now waiting for the long bar.
Yeah, and at the top, they are basically just neck and neck now.
Yes.
Like, definitely neck and neck.
Yep, they are not. Oh, look at that adjustment from Cole. Kind of not quite a 5 and below, but it is the same philosophy. He adjusts and rotates that L piece, accommodates the square, and just beautiful play from Cole.
And meanwhile, at the bottom, Meme just boasting a super strong score right now.
What? Where did this come from? I swear, it's like you look away for 5 seconds and they gain 200,000 points. Meme is, I think, 2 Tetrises from a max out. This next one will put her over 1 million points. So we'll keep max out watch here on Meme. There's the bar. There's the max out. 1.003. That's a level 25. Insane efficiency and another Tetris.
Yeah, it's the hang. But this is about the same pace that Rhubarb was in last game. So that last game as well, Rhubarb just boasting a super strong transition, but just wasn't able to do it over to kill screen here.
Yeah, Huff's going to get the max out. Cole is Tetris ready with the Tetris. Cole will also have the max out. Rhubarb is a Tetris and change away from hitting 1 million points as well. So in all likelihood, we're going to have our third straight game of quad max outs.
Yeah, and that's absurd to hear, considering how rare it is for a lot of people to just even max out the game.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, Rhubarb could burn to a max out if he really wants to, but he's not going for the max out. He's going for the win, but he's got 1 million points, and we are nearing kill screen. One more Tetris available for Cole before 29.
Oh, but look at Meme's board. Meme is very high up, getting close to transition here.
Yeah, you do not want a board like this before the kill screen. So let's see what Meme can do. She's going to burn in, and now she's got to work on developing and burning out that left side. Needs an L or a long bar. She's going to get it. Singles and doubles are the key to success for Meme. Gets the 5-tap over, but man, what a tough square for her. We're watching Meme see if she can get out of this, because if she cannot, Rhubarb is on track to take the lead, but she's getting this board brought down.
That misspin is going to be very scary and is very high up, needs something, but is not able to get it to the left side.
Meme's going to top out. Rhubarb takes game number 3 with a 1.166. Meanwhile, Cole has a 1.2 and the lead. Huff can't get the 5-tap over. He doesn't get another piece. He's going to top out. Cole takes game number 3 with a 1.236 million.
So we are not getting any sweeps today, and the matches are still all like 1 and 2. So
yeah,
very intense matchup here for all our players.
Yep, so we'll put that in. Cole gets his first W against Huff today, and Meme, after going down in the first game to Rhubarb, has come back to win 2 in a row.
Yeah, and I can imagine all our players needing a short break here.
Yeah,
it is such intense gameplay.
Yeah,
so.
we'll give them a minute or two. As I see, Rhubarb has just run out. Might need to grab a beverage really quick. So we'll afford the players a minute or two to take care of business. And we might need a break too. Just the sheer skill of the players. I'm not playing. I'm commentating. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. What do you think of the matches so far?
I think this is exactly what you come to SGDQ to see. You see players at their peak playing games and absolutely just destroying the game, as you're seeing with Tetris here. I mean, 5 years ago, what these players are doing would have been unheard of. I would have told you players are getting this and doing this, and you would have come back and said you're making it up.
Yeah, this is all fantasy basically for a lot of people, but it's now a reality. Just the fact that the meta has evolved to what it is, with these players just pushing the game to its absolute limits.
Yeah. So players taking their hydration break, maybe getting a quick snack. Totally understandable because you need to make sure you are in prime form playing at this level. I mean, even the slightest bit of fatigue or just not making sure you're hydrated could be the difference between an early top out and moving on to the next round.
And that was so sick to see. All our players just constantly maxing out here. So no lead is safe even as well.
You know what? I'm going to take a hydration break too. Going to get a quick swig of OJ.
Yeah. We definitely need it since we will also be on stage commentating all of this madness.
Okay. Looks like the top is ready. Looks like Meme and Rhubarb are just getting some warm up action in, getting some 29 practice. But once they are all set, we will begin game number 4.
And once again, both Huff and Rhubarb are on match points here.
It looks like Meme is on match point here.
Oh yeah.
Or wait, no. I'm sorry,
is.
Rhubarb is. I put the wrong heart. I put the wrong heart down.
Yeah, so one of these competitors will either take it or we will go to a decider. So
Yeah.
either way, we will be having some very
Whoops. Geez.
yeah.
Yeah. Nestor's Champs is cooperating today. That we'll say that. Apparently, Nestor's Champs wants the 3-day weekend.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! That spin from Rhubarb at level 29, just watching him warm up.
Yeah.
That was sick.
not the first time he's done something wild of post kill screen.
Yeah, it's like you watch these guys play, like everyone play, and it's just like I can't do that. How do you like even think about doing that?
Yeah, it's just insane. But once they're ready, we can go ahead and move on to game number 4. It looks like the top match. Once you're ready on the bottom, we'll move on to game 4.
I believe all our players are just getting their fingers warmed up
Yeah.
after that short break.
Yeah.
Have to be just prime with your taps, since any misdrop at these kill screen speeds is fatal.
Oh yeah.
So
all right, looks like they're getting the seed entered here. So we should be ready shortly.
I'm doing some final adjustments to her play. Definitely wants to make sure she doesn't get upset by Rhubarb here.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Looks like I'm going to double check thumbs up from everybody. Looks like we got readies all around. Game number 4. Let's count down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So match point for our players on the right, Huff and Rhubarb, looking for their ticket to the main stage later on this evening. And yeah, I guess technically it's evening because we're now at about 5:15 local time. I don't know. Would you call that afternoon or would you say that's evening?
I'd say that's evening. I mean, that's around the time where some people would eat dinner and stuff, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't consider that.
All right. So okay, we'll say it's an evening show. We've moved past matinee time and we've gone to the evening for Tetris at SGDQ.
Yeah, and I think that is also a primetime slot.
Oh yeah.
So we are going to be super excited to see this level of gameplay on stage.
So right now, just the early goings there. With the ability of these players, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can say unless something goes really wild in their stack at these stages of the game. Huff's going to get an S tuck just to clear that out. I think he was waiting for a J piece, but the J piece wasn't coming, so he compromises with the S tuck.
As you can see, all our players just pretty confidently playing at these high speed or high levels. Oh, Meme, pretty high up there, gets the I bar over. That would be fatal for a DAS player, but
Yeah.
with rolling, that is very cool.
Yeah. Now earlier on we mentioned some of the previous match history between Cole and Huff. Meme and Rhubarb, they got a little friendly rivalry going on too. They first met at the local event 2021 CTWC Minnesota. And Meme won that one in a sweep. They met at some other events. They did Boston Tea Parody in 2024, where Rhubarb won. They've met the past 3 years at CTWC Midwest out in Milwaukee. Meme won in 2024 and 2026. Rhubarb won in 2025. And they also met at Mini D last year in the semifinals, where Meme actually won in a decider.
Yeah, and cider matches, that's where it could potentially come in if Meme can bring it back against Rhubarb here.
Yep, and of course, if you've ever been on a toast stream, you know if it gets to a decider, that means we need more points.
And we saw Cole very high up on his stack there and is able to burn it down pretty cleanly.
So, yep. But right now we're nearing halfway to transition. What a perfectly timed long bar for Cole. Just fills up that dependency, and now he is Tetris ready once again. But right now, looking at halfway to transition, Meme's on track for about a 570K. Rhubarb is looking at a 600, maybe a 610K. And then you've got Cole looking at, call it a 600,000 from Cole, but Huff a little bit less. He's probably looking at maybe a 560.
And all our players basically neck and neck with each other.
Yeah.
Barely a Tetris apart at the top. And at the bottom, it's basically the same score.
Yeah, for a brief moment there on the bottom, Meme and Rhubarb were separated by a burned single. That's how close it was. You can't get much closer than that outside of pushdown points.
And this is pretty consistent into 80 lines now. So about a bit over halfway through level 18 play.
Yep. And as far as what we're looking at here, look at just man, again, power of rolling. You saw Rhubarb had that long bar almost at the top of the screen, and a couple Tetrises later, and it looks like it's nothing. But in a way, Rhubarb almost using the long bars all the way to the left, like it's a hold chamber from modern Tetris.
Yeah. And that's something really cool about rolling is sometimes you can just throw pieces that you want all the way to the left just because it would fit perfectly there. And without it, it might be a lot more difficult to do that.
Yeah, and one thing that I'll mention, and this is kind of a testament to how well these four have been playing, is where you really start to see rolling shine is when you have survival situation where your board is almost at the top and you're like, how are they going to get a piece over? And then they get it over. But all four of these individuals have been doing so well today. We haven't had a chance to see some of the most exciting rolling pre-kill screen. They haven't had to show us survival just because they've been so efficient and so good at stacking.
And once again, all our players on pace for, I believe, 600K transitions.
I think at a minimum, unless RNG just decides to ruin their parade, everyone's looking at a 600,000 with the points they have at the line count they're at. We're about 15 to 20 lines away from the transition, depending on which player you're looking at. But around the horn, 561K for Cole, 544 for Huff. On the bottom, 569 Hey Now for Meme, 611,000 for Rhubarb.
And as you can see, small drop did form for our players at the top, but they were able to navigate through it cleanly and into Tetrises as Meme transitions with 615,000.
Rhubarb in at 658,000. That is a monster transition from Rhubarb. But Cole, if he can get a long bar or a L piece to fill that dependency.
Oh, but Rhubarb is high up there.
Yeah, Cole burns in at 614K. Sorry. Huff has one more Tetris available. He could make it a 639 if he gets the long bar, but it shows up just in time. 639 for Huff.
Look at Rhubarb's screen.
No.
He is super high up.
Can he get something over? He cannot.
Not able to get anything over.
And Meme with 672,000 takes game number 4.
Yeah, that was a very rough piece sequence for Rhubarb there. Just unfortunate pieces at the wrong piece at the wrong time.
Yeah, so we are getting ourselves a decider here on the bottom.
Meanwhile, at the top, our players are still continuing to play.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and get the bottom screen Down.
Yep, looks like they are ready. So bottom match beginning, game number 5 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And yeah, this bottom game for all the long bars, the winner goes on to the championship here at SGDQ. They are playing for a trip to the main stage.
And Cole was very high up there and managed to get down with a nice set of burns into 2 Tetrises. So is able to navigate very cleanly into the lead here.
Yeah, but Huff has having to do a little bit of cleanup here. Nothing too bad. It's just going to give Cole a chance. If he can get a long bar to extend the lead that he has, it's less than a Tetris, but Cole will take any sort of breathing room he can get because Huff is on match point.
And it is still neck and neck up top there. 1 Tetris apart for the players.
Mm-hmm. But 835K for Cole, 806,000 for Huff. And they are on level 24, about 40 lines away from the kill screen. Boards are looking good and definitely on track for a max out before level 29.
Yeah, and will we see another double max out here up top? I believe both players just very close to it, like around 2 Tetrises away.
Yeah, it looks like a couple and change for Cole, but now he's going to need one more and maybe a couple of burns to get it. Huff is still 2 Tetrises and maybe a burn or 2 away. So they are on the verge of getting a max out. It just, will they get it before 29? They probably will.
Looks like Cole's going to down into a Tetris, and that maxes out 1,031,000.
Yep. Meanwhile, Huff, he is Tetris ready, but there is the long bar at long last. One more Tetris will give Huff 1,000,000 points, but Cole is already there. A65 on 27, throws down a Tetris. He's got a 1.1 prior to the kill screen. He's got 2 Tetrises left, one more after that one. So he could be looking at maybe about a 1.17 into level 29 if the pieces cooperate.
And there's another Tetris into the kill screen play. So let's see if Cole can continue to play on very cleanly here.
Yep.
Huff also transitions to kill screen.
Yep, they're on level 29. Cole is up. He's going to get a Tetris. He's got a 1.2, putting the pressure on Huff. And Cole knows that he needs this to stay alive. Huff knows that if he wins, he's on the main stage. So there is a lot to play for. You wonder, are the nerves going to get to these players? Are they feeling the pressure? Huff with the Tetris, 1.17 to 1.26 for Cole, who is set up, and he's waiting for the long bar.
From Cole, but needs some pieces to burn down here.
Yep,
he's in a big drought.
Oh, but
he's able to get a nice set of pieces there.
Yeah, that's a great flat burn from Cole. He's got the well open. He needs a long bar. Where is the long bar? Come on. It shows up
into a triple, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he does have a 1.3, so he is keeping the pressure on Huff. 60 lines away from the super kill screen on level 39. Our Cole and up. He gets a Tetris 1.34 to 1.23.
Oh, and gets a 5-tap.
Yep, absolutely clutch 5-tap from Cole there on level 33. And he's going to take the triple, and he's going to keep this game alive. Huff hangs a piece, but he does get the triple.
But Huff really needs to burn down. He is significantly behind right now, 3 Tetrises, and there's not a lot of leeway to go.
No, the runway is disappearing with every burn Huff takes, and Cole's got a 1.4 at this point. Cole is flirting with a rollover right here.
Huff gets a dirty Tetris at level 34.
A dirty center well Tetris, the absolute filth on that one. Huff, go take a shower. My goodness. We are still fighting on the bottom. Level 18 looks absolutely slow in comparison, but Huff's got a 1.3. Cole is nearly at a 1.5, but they only have 30 lines until the super kill screen. Cole's on level 37. Will we get double level 39s out of this one? We'll have to stick around to find out.
Yeah, and Cole with that 1.5 with that Tetris. This is going to be very tough for Huff to make up.
Yep, but Cole gonna get the Tetris. He's almost got a rollover here. He wants to roll over. He is set up. He's got that collimate Tetris ready. Where the heck is the long bar? It's not showing up.
And
there it is. Roll over into double kill, super kill screen for Cole. Huff, you need 1.66 million, and I don't think he's got enough runway to do it unless he gets like a
3 Tetrises in the super kill screen.
Nah, he needs the money ball where you get triple the value of your Tetris. But he goes into 39 with a 1.416 million. Cole takes game number 4. We have a decider up top.
So all two of these matches
Mhm.
are going to decider here. This is probably the most intense gameplay that you can get out of this.
Yes, absolutely. After a game like that, I understand if they need a minute or two. We'll let them take care of that. We'll give a little focus to this bottom game here, where Rhubarb's at 416,000, and this is actually pace wise his worst game of the match.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive considering that is already a very high score.
Yeah, but we're looking at the games here, and there's got to be a reason that the this is not looking good, and I think I know why. Yeah,
There's the least amount of lines
yeah, it's
of any other piece.
a bit of a low long bar count. May have been a droughty seed. We were so focused on that intense kill screen game that we weren't really paying attention. But transition 494 for Rhubarb, 457 for Meme, and
Yeah, I believe the players are just finalizing their readiness. It
Yep.
is, after all, the decider match
right.
here.
All right,
So it looks like we got the thumbs up from both players. So we're going to go ahead and count them off.
in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And this is what you want out of an event like this. If somebody's got to lose, you want it to at least go to a decider, so you get to see everybody at their best, digging deep, put everything they have out on the Tetris board. You can't ask for much more than this in the semifinals, Kronos.
Yeah, this is so cool to see. The nerves, I can imagine, are super high right now for all of these players. It is their chance to be on stage at GDQ to show off what could be like the best gameplay in the world, and huge line spin from
Yes.
Rhubarb.
Yeah, check out that line spin. That is not a trivial move, regardless of level, especially on 19. You've got to place it just right, time it just right. It's, in my opinion, that is significantly harder than a T spin.
Oh, and a misspin for Rhubarb as well. There is going to need to clean that up a little bit.
Yeah, and right there you see he takes the delayed burn, and just like that, one more burn after this, and he is almost free. I wonder if he thought it was going to be a ghost burn or what happened there, but
Yeah, there we go.
One
Should
more.
be decent here if we can get the right pieces.
Yep, he's
and
having
there we go.
he's having a little bit of Groundhog Day over there. Like 2 times in a row, he had the S piece coming. He just had to place it, lay it flat.
Yeah, and on the left side, Meme as well, kind of blocking the well, but should be able to get out of it.
Yeah, both Meme and Rhubarb are kind of getting S bursted right now, and there's never a good time for an S burst, especially not on level 19.
Yeah, but now all cleaned up for both players as we hit level 26. So kill screen is coming in 2 levels.
Yeah, you've got limited time left before that speed change where it becomes twice as fast. But let's take a look up top. Huff is got to get things burned out and open up column number 3 once again. He's got it set up now. We'll see, mate. He might try for a dirty Tetris up here. I'm not sure. Nope, he just decides I'm going to play it safe. It's game number 5. Give me the triple. Let me keep my board alive.
And meanwhile, at the bottom, it's 1 Tetris difference. Bottom here, Meme slightly ahead in lines. So it is pretty much neck and neck here into kill screen.
Yep. And here we go. 2 more Tetrises for Rhubarb, 1 more for Meme because of that burn. So she is down to her last burn, and she's just going to take the triple into kill screen. 885 for level 29 for Meme. Rhubarb has 1 more burn, and he's just going to take an 885. So this has been a struggle seed for Meme and Rhubarb, and we're kind of gonna look at their games and see what they can do on 29. Again, a trip to the main stage is on the line for both of them. Whoever wins this, you will see at 5 p.m. today. Rhubarb going to get a Tetris. That is a huge one, considering how this game is played out for both of them.
Oh, but those pieces are very not nice for Rhubarb.
Yeah.
Needs to do a lot of burning here while Meme puts down a Tetris of her own.
Yeah. Right now, Rhubarb is trying to fight this board, get things brought back down. Meme is almost Tetris ready. She is Tetris ready. She's going to get one. She's got the max out, and she now has a 2 Tetris lead on level 32. Rhubarb has a little bit more runway than Meme, so that may come into play if we get close to level 39. But Rhubarb has to get this board opened up because Meme is starting to throw down Tetrises and make her case for going on to the main stage.
And Meme's post-kill screen play has been really killing it. Just 3 Tetrises now in the lead. But now back to a kind of rough board state once again.
Yep. But Rubar's going to get Tetris. She's going to get the max up. But Meme has opened up a lead of significance here. 1.1 for Meme, 1.02 for Rhubarb into level 34. Rhubarb with a column 2 Tetris. He is not backing down by any means.
And this is going to be very tight here. Level 35. So a bit over halfway through kill screen.
Yeah. But right now, Meme almost Tetris ready. She is ready. She gets the long bar.
Rhubarb hangs the piece flat. Needs something to burn.
Yeah, he's not getting the pieces he wants, and he can't do it. He hangs a S piece, and Rhubarb tops out. Meme is going on to the finals at GDQ, winning it in a decider 1.3 to 1.08 million.
That was super sick to see. Very rough seed, but Meme's post-kill screen gameplay has been absolutely sick and is still alive with 1.47.
Yeah, this is a Mullen effort. She gets a touch. She gets a 1.5 into kill screen. You know, just like it's nothing.
Yeah, like that is absurd.
Yeah, that was nearly 700,000 points after going into the kill screen.
Yeah, that is just really good gameplay. Players are going to hug it out. That was super sick. Congrats to Meme. And great job from Rhubarb. Unfortunate that he couldn't make it, but he has played really well all throughout SGDQ here, making it, winning the in-person qualifiers and stuff. So he can be very proud of what he's accomplished, especially with his win against DMJ as well.
Oh yeah, but right now everyone's attention going to this top match between Cole and Huff. This is also a decider. Whoever wins is going to join Meme on the main stage for the finals, and they are into 19. This has been a little bit of a slower pace for them as well. I wonder if it's just kind of how the deciders are going to work today. We're not seeing those 600K transitions, closer to 500K, mid 500s, which, I mean, for most people that would be a good game, but for these players, like I could do better.
Yeah, and it does look like the scores are pretty much neck and neck, but Cole's still behind in pace here. So has the lines to make it up.
Yeah, he's a little bit behind in the line sequence. It could be for multiple reasons. Perhaps that could be due to maybe a player having to build up higher, so they're burning lines faster. Could be due to push down points. But yeah, Cole's got a little
a piece to the left, but should be able to burn it down with the Tetris there.
But yeah,
it's going to take a little bit of time to clean up.
Yeah, but knowing that Cole is about 15 lines behind Rhubarb behind Huff in the sequence, which means in terms of pace, Cole's actually got the lead.
Yeah, but right now that board state for Cole is pretty rough looking. He's going to be able to burn it down a little bit, just needs a couple more good pieces, and is set up for a dirty Tetris here.
Yep, there's going to be a dirty Tetris, one row off the bottom, waiting for the long bar.
Small drought, 25-piece drought will compromise the stack a little bit here.
Yeah,
and some smart burns to get one more long bar, but that long bar just came at just the wrong moment.
Yeah, and now Cole's spending a little bit of time getting this thing burned out. He is long bar dependent in the middle, but if he is able to get it, it should just about open up the stack for him. And Huff has been able to expand this lead 884 to 773. Huff with the Toastress, make it 917, gets another 949. Huff is making a statement here leading up to the kill screen.
Yeah, and Cole with another dirty Tetris into a burn to get very clean once again. So this 4 Tetris lead is still a decent amount, but it is entirely able to be kept up with. So.
Yep, but right now Huff's going to have to do a little bit of burning here on level 27. Cole's going to get a Tetris. So right now, Cole had the opportunity, but in a blink of an eye, Huff gets the board clean and gets the Tetris. He's got to max out 1.03 million, and he has 2 more Tetrises before the kill screen. There's one of them. If he gets this last one, he will have a 1.1 into level 29.
Both players once again. It's going to come down to this kill screen play as Huff enters it here.
Yeah, Huff is gonna get this board cleaned up, not Tetris ready. Cole is still on level 27, so he's got some room to work with. He has the max out, trailing by 3 Tetrises. Cole with the pace lead right now, but Huff surviving on kill screen. He's Tetris ready, gets one more. He's near a 1.2.
Cole, but Huff hangs 2 pieces in a row
Yeah.
in the middle of the board. Oh, and another one.
Oh,
so
no.
now it's
and
a
Huff
chase
is topped
down.
up. Cole needs B88, 1.188 million, and Cole will advance to the main stage. Let's see if he can do it here.
Cole also hangs
Yeah.
piece.
Yep. So he's going to take some flat burns, get out of this, and he's got the board relatively clean now. Again, he only needs 2 Tetrises and change. B88, 1.188 is the magic score for Cole.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. It is still level 29 play. Kill screen is super difficult. So let's see if we can continue to line this out here. He has the time for it.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of runway. He has 70 lines until the super kill screen and needs 60,000 points. He does not need to get another Tetris to get this chase down. And all Huff can do is watch and see his fate is in Cole's hands for making it to the finals.
So it's going to come down a couple more singles here. It's now just about a bit over a Tetris behind.
Yeah, and Cole knows the situation. He knows all he has to do is line out, and 35,000 points away. He's got time. He's got runway. He's got a decent-ish board state. A couple of gaps in the stack, and you got to wonder, will the nerves get to the players in situations like this? Again, 22,000 points to go, and Cole can't get the tap over, so Huff is watching with bated breath. Everyone's watching with bated breath. 1.17, and Cole cannot complete the chase down. He had it in his grasp and just cannot finish in the end. Huff takes it and moves on to the finals.
Yeah, and that was super intense there.
Yep.
Both players. Oh boy.
Yep, and it will be Huff versus Meme in the finals, and we will be back later on this afternoon. Well, I guess it is evening here. To see the grand finals, but shout outs to our top 4. They gave us 2 matchups to the ages. Congratulations to Huff. Round of applause for Cole. He absolutely played amazing Tetris. So there we have it. We'll be back in a few hours to take a look at the championship match. But we hope you all have had a great time with us today. Not just today, but yesterday and Wednesday, from the very beginnings when we had some Tetris newcomers come in, try out this game, and take their shot in the tournament all the way to where we are now. It's been a whirlwind of a ride, from the ups, from the downs. It's been a pleasure having you on this journey, Kronos.
Yes, for sure. It was great to commentate NES Tris here, and I can't wait to commentate grand finals on stage. It's going to be super sick to see.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at the bracket right here. So you see the matchups right there. You see the results, and you watch these 2 games just happen. So you know what is happening. And as of now, we are still on track for a game at about 5:15. So we're going to sign off. We will see you on the main stage.